What's up, everybody? This is Scott Clark with the Gaming Outsider Podcast, and you're listening to the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Still not sure if horrible means they're really bad at games or they're just terrible people in general. I guess I'll leave that for you to decide.
The Horrible Gamers Podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Horrible Gamers Podcast, episode 127. You know who I am. I am your host, of course, Jesus Gonzalez. But guys, today I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Ryan Gibson, the Canadian. Welcome back, Ryan.
All right, man. Thanks for having me back. I'm loving being here, and let's get another show done.
That's right. And my favorite West Coaster, Gunny Chief, Henley Merrill. Welcome back, Henley.
What's up? What's up? Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, our buddy Eric, guys. He couldn't be here today because of some family emergency. I don't know if I should talk about. Should I mention it?
Let's just say it's a good thing. Nothing really bad happened, and if he wants to talk about it when he comes back, he can talk about it.
For sure, but he will be back next week on the next show of the Horrible Gamers. But guys, let's get to talking video games, because this week I played a game. You guys played a game. We all played games. Guys, I played Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, God.
Yes! I didn't play it this week, but I miss it.
That game is so good, man. Like I had fun.
It's turning into Destiny for me. Keeping
It is,
about Rainbow Six Siege.
But it's such a good game. Like, I just have so much fun playing this game, man. And it's honestly some of the best multiplayer out there.
I gotta try
this
it out. I honestly, I haven't even tried it, so I can't say anything bad about it. It's not that I dislike it or anything. I've never played it, so.
It's really hard for a lot of people, especially new people coming into the game, because people are used to playing like Battlefield and Titanfall, and when you play Siege, you can't run and gun.
Yeah, you need
that's the rules. Like, you can't run and gun. Like,
I get it. I get what the game's about, for sure. Like, I understand that.
You can die so quickly, like one bullet to the head, and you go from 100 health to like you're dead on the ground watching the kill cam. It sucks sometimes, but it happens. Guys, this week I want to give a shout out to Michael Herzig. He invited me to play the game with him. He was like, hey, like he saw me. He must have saw me get online or something, and he saw me launch Siege. Because as soon as he saw it, he like sent me a message. He's like, hey, you want to party up? He's like, I don't have a mic.
Jesus, he's creeping on you.
He's like, I don't have a mic. I can't really talk to you, but I want to play some Siege with you. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Like, no mic.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's a little tough on Siege, especially Siege. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to join this dude anyway. So we went, and he started off on casual. And I was like, why aren't we playing ranked? Like, why the fuck are we playing casual? And casual, the difference between casual and ranked are casual matches, you only have 3 rounds. So it's like best out of 3 wins, right? So like you lose twice, you're going to lose the match. Yeah. And in ranked, there's 6 rounds per like match. So like a game in ranked, like one match, like 5 versus 5 can last like 45 minutes. And I've had matches that have lasted like near an hour. Unranked, just because we went into overtime like twice. Like we went into overtime once, and then we both we both won a match. So we went into overtime again, and then it ended up in a tie. And like that was like an hour-long fucking match. And the thing about ranked is if somebody drops out of your team, so they say like me, you, and Gunny are on the fucking team, and you're like, oh, you know what, guys, fuck this, I'm leaving. And you leave after like the first round, what happens is like nobody takes your place. So like we're down a guy, and that's it. We're down the guy. And if you come back into like if you go to like matchmake again, and you go back into ranked matchmaking, it'll put you back into the same game to finish out like that game. It's really weird the way it does it.
And I believe there's a time penalty for that too if you drop out of that ranked match. Like
yeah, there is.
You can't connect. I think there's definitely a time penalty.
It's like a 10-minute penalty or 20-minute penalty. It like increases the more you keep putting or whatever. But so yeah, I played casual, guys, and I want to give a shout out to him because actually we got to play on the favela map. It actually exists.
You finally got to play on there.
It's not an urban legend, guys. It's fucking real. I got to play on the favela map, and
nice.
One thing I got to say about the map, it's very confusing. It's just like any other map, I guess. If you've never played on it before, it's going to be confusing as hell. But I had a real hard time, like, even figuring out which way I was going. Like, I had no fucking clue where the fuck I was going, where people can come up behind me, where, like, you know, what were the flanks and all that stuff. Because, honestly, I was getting shot. Like, I got killed from, like, a side door across the rooftop and, like, across the fucking map. Some dude shot me when I was trying to breach into a door with my riot shield, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I need to play more on this map to, like, figure out, like, okay, like, if I'm standing here, somebody could shoot me from that window over there and stuff like that, so.
There's a lot of rooms in that map.
Yeah.
And it's like there's, like, a lot of elevation in that map, too. You feel like you can go up and down a lot in that map. Because you could be on the rooftops, you could be inside the building, you could be underneath in the basement, like in the main floor or whatever. But it's really cool. I got to play on that. Rainbow Six Siege is awesome, guys. I also played Titanfall 2. I actually created my own network because I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm tired of not getting any merits because every network that I'm in, like all the fucking merits are like on 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m., fucking noon. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm always working on these hours. Like, I don't have time to game in those hours, especially in Titanfall. So I went and created my own network, and I called it The Jesus.
Yeah, that's good. I'll join it.
And if you want to go join my network called The Jesus, go ahead and find it. You know, some Titanfall 2 on Xbox One. Because the network,
the Horrible Gamers Network.
Yeah, join the Horrible Gamers Network for sure. The networks are not cross-platform, are they? Like, if you make one on PlayStation, it won't be on Xbox, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's all separate for all three platforms.
But yeah, guys, I gotta say, Titanfall 2, it's fucking cool. I finally unlocked, for some reason, it finally gave me the skin for Battlefield 1 called the Red Baron skin for Ion. And I got to put that on Ion, and that looked fucking cool. Like, it looks like the Red Baron. It's fucking awesome looking.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, just Titanfall 2 had fun. I haven't got back to Watchdogs 2, but it's not because I don't want to. It's because I've honestly been so busy this week with work. I haven't even had time to, like, actually sit down and game for, like, a long time. So I was like, you know what? I want to play some Siege real quick. I want to play some Titanfall real quick. I did a few missions in Call of Duty 4. I think I'm near the end of that game now, the remastered one. And I found a weird glitch, guys. There was a weird glitch in the ghillie suit mission. So like I was in this part where like you have to go past these guys and sneak past them or shoot them and then sneak past them. But it wouldn't let me trigger, like it wouldn't let me go forward. Every time I would get out of like to go forward, I would automatically get blown up. And I was like, what the fuck? Like what's not triggering here? Like, who am I not killing? Am I missing something? Am I missing somebody? Like an enemy still around? And I went back, and I was getting damaged by somebody. Like somebody was like hitting me. Like they were like yelling, and they were like hitting me. And I was like, what the fuck? And I shot like at the air, and they had, like I got hit markers. So there was like an invisible enemy glitched in the game that wouldn't let me proceed. Like, and it took me like 10 minutes to figure this out because I kept dying and dying. I was like, what the fuck? I'm doing this right. I know I'm killing these guys. What's going on here? And it, I don't know. It was a glitch, I guess. I got to say, the ghillie suit mission is still one of the best missions in Call of Duty ever. I had a lot of fun playing that. The ending of that mission where you're just running with your buddy and you're trying to get to the fucking Ferris wheel and you put him down and it's like, all right, you put me down over here. Go set up a bunch of claymores everywhere and C4 and just
good stuff there.
Get ready for like the 100 fucking man army that's coming for you right now. Yeah. And you know what, guys? I gotta say about Call of Duty 4, it's fucking hard. It is a hard game.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, but before when I was like, I don't know, how old was I when the fucking game came out? Like fucking 16, 17 or whatever. I beat that game in veteran. I 1K'd that game. I got every single achievement in that game. I even got the Mile High Club achievement, where it was like, beat the Mile High Club in veteran. I got that achievement. And like, for the life of me, right now, like, I can't play that game on even hard. Yeah. I can only play it on normal. It's really weird because to me, I remember doing like that little training mission in the beginning, you know, where like they time you and like, Captain Price is like, do it again. And I was like, I remember on my 360, I was able to get that time down to like 15 and a half seconds or 15.1 seconds or something like that. It was like a really ridiculous low time.
Yeah.
The lowest time I was able to get on the Xbox One was like 17.3 seconds. I was like, God, like, what the fuck? Is this that hard? But I was struggling with it, man. I was having a lot of fucking trouble playing it.
Getting rusty.
I think I am. I'm not cut out for MLG, guys. I can't be an esports player.
That's it. No Horrible Gamers esports team anymore. That's it. It's over. Yeah, Jesus finally came to the realization that it's not going to happen.
I can't make my esports team happen.
Jesus, you were talking about Titanfall 2. I actually picked this up this week, which is
you picked the Titanfall.
This is Jack and the BT.
Shit.
From the story mission.
Oh yeah. BT is cool, man. But I gotta give it up to Ethan from Modern Warfare, from Infinite Warfare, because I think Ethan is a better character
than BT.
BT. I felt like I was Ethan's friend. Like Ethan was like my buddy. He was like,
nah, that's how I felt about BT, man.
Like I'm gonna be there till you fucking die. If I have to die with you, I will die with you because you're my commander. Like,
but Ethan was good. I did like him. He
had like jokes, you know. He's like, I'm not an android. I'm a robot.
So did like, BT though. BT said stupid shit too.
He fucking make jokes about shit. Like,
yeah,
you know, he was a cool like robot companion, and I felt like to the end, Ethan did a really good job. Like whoever
I haven't finished that campaign yet, so.
Whoever wrote that story did a really good job about making Ethan feel like human, like he was like a very smart AI. He wasn't like just like a robot AI. Like, oh, I'm just a robot that follows you around and does dumb shit. Like he would even call the other robots dumb.
Yeah,
because he manages to hack all these robots to like fight on your side. He's like, oh, don't worry, sir. These are just dumb versions of me. Like fucking hack him and make them fight for you and shit. Like. He would do all kinds of cool shit like that, and it was just fucking cool. Like, he was an awesome robot, and I felt like they did a better job with Ethan than they did with BT. But BT is cool because he's a fucking big-ass Titan, so...
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's all I've played, guys, honestly. Getting rusty in Call of Duty, that's all the realization I came to this week. It's very sad. You know, I was so disappointed in myself, because I was like, man, I could play this game on veteran, and, like, I beat it like 3 or 4 times, and I got all the intel. I did all the shit in that game that you could possibly do. And now, like, I could barely, like, manage to, like, pass some of these missions on normal. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old.
Yeah, I know I was saying earlier that I remember that Ferris wheel mission. It took me, I must have died about 6 times.
I did this twice.
Because I didn't know what the hell was going on, but that was a lot of enemies.
Yeah, and they just keep coming and coming, and like they go around you and they run up all the way on you, and like it's like they don't even focus on your fucking guy, like the other guy that's laying on the ground sitting there. Like, no, they're all focused on you. That's the shitty part about this game is that they don't even focus on your AI friends. Like if you have a whole squad with you, for some reason all the enemies shoot at you. They don't shoot at anybody else but you. It's fucking weird. But whatever, it is what it is. It's Call of Duty, guys. It's old Call of Duty.
Yeah, but they had some of the best guns then.
They did. They had all they're all real guns. None of them were made up weapons like in Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare is like everything's made up. None of it's really real. But that's it, guys. That's all I played this week.
Good stuff.
What'd you play, Gunny?
Jesus was just going over my notes because I wrote.
That was me.
Oh, you wrote Watchdogs. I wrote Watchdogs 3. So yeah, I did go into the future to play that game. And it's good.
Gunny went to the future, played Watchdogs 3, guys.
Yeah,
He's here to tell you all about it.
No, under disclosure, I can't say anything about it. But I'll talk about Watchdogs 2. How's that?
That sounds good.
Tell me.
Yeah, so I fired that up on PC. And the first thing I noticed is I'm like, man, this is familiar territory because I'm only like an hour from San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'm just north of Marin County, which is, you kind of go to Marin, different parts of the county itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good so far. I really like it.
How far are you into it?
Maybe only 2 hours.
Have you stolen Kit from the movie studio?
No, I just got to Bobo Dank's house.
Bobo Dank, bitch!
Yeah, no, I finished that mission. That was quick. Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty easy to do. Like, you just basically hack his phone real quick and do it that
So
way.
it was really funny because I'm sitting there, I think right where your base is, I recognize that park. There's like a grassy area right there in that park that I'm like, yeah, I've been here before. But yeah, you go to Boba Dank's house, and the first thing I did was I jumped over, and there's that pool, and all the ladies around there in their bikinis just kind of chilling out. You know, because Boba Dank's is up by that barbecue grill with the guys are hanging out, drinking beers and stuff. So I'm kind of standing there, checking out the ladies and stuff, hanging out by the pool. And one of the ladies is like, she said something to me like, "Get away from me" or something, and she jumped over that wall.
Oh, fuck.
I was cracking up so bad. I was like, she hates me that much.
Oh, man.
She jumped over the wall and started running down the sidewalk. I'm like, where the hell is she going? Like, this is not part of the mission. So I thought that was really funny. But then even when I went up to Bobo Dank's, and I guess, like you said, you hack his phone. And then I think he went around to like the front of the house, and then he started going down the sidewalk. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where is everybody going?
Yeah.
So, but then it said, "Oh, okay, you did hack his phone successfully."
Yeah, it's really easy to do. I just walked out of there and did some other stuff, hacked some other shit. Dude, I gotta say, there's some really cool stuff that they do in this game with technology. Like, the way technology is going nowadays, and you kind of see it in this game. Because there's a mission in this game later on. It's a side mission that you have to hack into, like, this house is like a smart home. And everything in the house is a smart home. So you don't have to even, like, go into the house. You can be outside of the house, send your little drone in there, and just hack everything in there with your little drone thing. Like, it's really cool the way they do that. But yeah, that game is fun. I love that game.
Yeah, because I think in the first game, it was more or less, how would I put it? Like, you didn't actually physically do the hack. It just kind of brought up like a screen where you're just connecting pipes, basically.
Yeah,
right?
They still have that in this game. They still have that in this game. You'll see certain areas of the map, like where you have to like flip the pipes and make the little blue line go this way and that way and blah blah blah. So they still have that, but the way they do it in this map is it's more like, instead of everything going like dark and you only see the blue lines, it's like, no, the blue lines are overlaid like over the real world. So you might have to go outside and follow them and like do it outside on the street or on the side of the buildings. It's really weird.
And see, that's why I like the first one so much. I enjoyed that stuff. Using the cameras.
I'm doing a mission right now that's really hard. I'm stuck in fucking Alcatraz. And I gotta get past all these guards in there, and it's nighttime, and I'm in there, and there's a bunch of guards in there. And I have to get past them, and I keep getting fucking spotted by them. It's really annoying. I don't know how to get past them. And once, like, one of them spots you, like, 3 of them call for backup, and you can't really hack all three phones at the same time and like stop them. It's really hard, dude. Like I'm having a hard time beating that mission. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong here? I'm doing one little thing wrong, and I know like if I probably go back to it now, I'll probably beat it like in 5 minutes. Because you know when that happens to you, when you play a game and you're like, fuck, this game is too hard, and then you leave.
Yeah.
And you come back to it like a week later, and you beat it like in 3 seconds. You're like, whoa, that wasn't hard at all.
Or even an hour later, you just come back and with a
because you were doing like one little thing wrong, and you kept doing that same thing. You just didn't realize that you were doing that same exact thing over and over and over. So I'm probably gonna go back to it and hopefully beat it. Yeah, that mission's hard.
It's probably something as simple as just using a distraction, to have the guard move or something.
Something that I'm not noticing that I'll probably notice the next time I play it. But yeah, Watchdogs 2, man. You know what's sad? Not a lot of people are playing this game, and it's a shame, dude, because this game is fucking good. Like, just because the first one was kind of like it wasn't a shitty game. It was a good game. It was fun.
A good game, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people shit on it because of the way Ubisoft went about it. Like they lied to people and they showed a fucking PC footage instead of Xbox footage or whatever, PlayStation footage. I still gotta say, the game was fun, and this one is fun. I just don't know why people are not playing it. I don't know if it released at the wrong time or just too late.
Reviews.
Yeah, it just released too late. Like people had already spent all their money on fucking Gears and Battlefield and Titanfall and Call of Duty and
it's gonna be a Christmas
Skyrim.
game too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I asked for Christmas: Watchdogs and Dishonored, because I haven't played either of those. So.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there that thinks this is trying to be a GTA clone, it's not. It's not trying to be GTA at all.
It's like its own game. It's kind of like
even the first one was not trying to be GTA.
It's similar though. It's similar.
It's similar, but it reminds me a lot more of like Saints Row. Not in the way like it's all funny and like, oh, I'm just like fucking, you're a superhero that has superpowers and you could jump around and do dumb shit. No, it's like its own game. It's funny, like it's colorful. It's way different from the first one because the first one was everything was dark. Everything was like dark and gloomy and always raining, and like the dude was wearing a trench coat and he was like a fucking weirdo that was like a fucking hermit, antisocial motherfucker that barely talked, and he shot everybody and all kinds of fucked up shit. And this one, everything's colorful. The way they chose to style the city was like everything's colorful. Everything's like bright colors.
It is.
And everything's like, I don't know what the fuck they did, but these guys like, they must have watched like fucking that one fucking show, Mr. Robot or whatever. To fucking just everything's like hip. Everything's like new. Everything's like, like, oh, you want to rig an election? You're gonna do this. You're gonna rig this. You're gonna steal a car from a fucking movie set and make it your own car. But it's the fucking Knight Rider car. But you make it your own car, and now you could drive this car around, or like, you just hack just random dumb shit all the time, and it's fucking cool.
You know what?
It's just a cool fucking feeling to hack shit in this game.
It is. I talked about hacking stuff. So the last part that I played was, I was like, man, I'm just going to get into trouble and get the cops chasing me and stuff. And you know how you can blow up like
steam pipe,
like in the middle of the road?
Yeah, the fucking steam pipes. See it everywhere. Steam pipes.
Yeah, it's a steam pipe. So I'm like, I saw that thing coming up, and my car is already wrecked. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I can just go ahead and hack this. And as soon as I ran over it, I just pressed the A button or whatever it was, or LB, and I just exploded.
Yeah, I did that once too. I was driving fucking hauling ass and I blew myself up. There's an achievement for stealing a Google bus. So you'll see like those big buses that I think it's called Noodle in the game.
Yeah,
and they're the ones that pick the employees. You see them everywhere. But if you actually go and steal one, like if you hijack one, you get an achievement for that. There's achievements for all kinds of dumb shit. And just go to the Noodle campus in the game, and it's fucking cool being there. You just see like all these fucking weird ass nerds walking around talking about dumb shit. And
like I said, it hits close to home because I do see those buses physically. I see them a couple days a week.
It's fucking cool, dude. The game, it's really cool. It's fun. It's so much fun. I love the game. And flying your drone around, and sometimes you have to use your drone and your little RC car like in tandem. So like you like move your RC car into a certain location, then you fly your drone around the map to like switch something over here, and then you move the camera and you go back to like controlling the RC car and you move something with the RC car. There's parts where you have to do stuff like that, which is really cool, and it makes you kind of think sometimes, like the little puzzles that they have in the game. But yeah,
I haven't unlocked the drone yet. I have the RC car.
the drone is really weird. There's no mission to unlock it. It basically just becomes available sometime in the game. I don't know when. All I remember is that I went to like the little 3D printing machine. I don't know if you use that yet.
Yeah.
The thing that prints like anything, like any kind of gun, it basically. I went to it and it said like, "Oh, you want to print out this drone? It's available. It costs like 80 grand," and I just paid for it and it gave me a drone.
Do you have to pay for it every time, or you just pay for it once and you can make it whenever
you pay for it once,
One
it basically you just use it like whenever, and then like when it blows, if it blows up, or like if you leave it somewhere, it'll just like go back into your inventory, have like a little cooldown.
Yeah.
But you can use it whenever, like however many times you want. And basically, I never felt the need for like getting new weapons in this game. I have like one machine gun, my stun gun, which you never run out of bullets, and the pistol. And I feel like I don't need any other gun. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I never feel the need to have any other guns. Or like, I know there's a rocket launcher you can print out. You can print out different weapons in the game. But I've honestly just picked up the guns that the enemies drop and used those. I haven't printed any other gun in the game. It's really, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not exactly a survival game, so.
It's not like GTA. You don't need guns. You can play the game stealth and use the hacks and stuff to get around.
Yeah, but so far I'm having fun with it. Definitely look forward to playing more of it.
Good shit.
Yeah. I did play a little bit of Battlefield 1 multiplayer. Same good stuff there. I'm still enjoying that. And the other one is my Armor 3 game I have on the PC. I love that Exile mod, guys. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like DayZ. It's, you go in there stealthily. You can have zombies or not have zombies. The only thing that sucks about
it's just like a custom mode or whatever, where you can pick what you want, what things you want in.
But I haven't figured that out yet. So I've just been joining different servers, like where they have whatever other mods or.
It's already set up.
It's all set up, and I think you have to have all the same exact mods. But it's pretty easy using this thing called the Arma 3 launcher. Yeah. Which I figured out that's pretty neat. So you just download the mission and go.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's
So that's like it's like an army simulator, right? Kind of like Battlefield, sort of, but more simulator.
Yeah, more simulated. Like if you just played like the regular Arma 3, and you could do co-op missions, that would be more of a Battlefield type thing.
Yeah.
So, where I think like Exile and DayZ, those are more of just single player survival type things.
Yeah.
Where it's just you're just hiding all the time and taking out enemies. I'm not that good. I've just been running around town and like, oh, you just been shot by someone. So I didn't even see who it was.
Yeah, people just hide in buildings and they'll peg you off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those people on Twitch, they'll just hide in a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Just barely leaning over a window to take you out. It's crazy.
Is that all you played this week, Gunny?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't get to play my pinball, man.
Oh, you didn't? Did you pick it up?
No, I didn't pick it up yet.
Oh.
So.
Right,
you know what I did play? I did play in real life. I did play the AC/DC table.
In real life?
In real life at this bar I delivered to. I was like, let me go pop in a couple quarters over here.
It's fun, eh?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah. What song did you play?
Take a picture. I was going to send it to you.
What song did you play?
Back in Black, I believe.
You can pick the songs at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And each song you have to do different stuff for. So Back in Black, I believe, was the side bumpers or something like that. I can't remember. I usually do Runaway Train because that's the ramps, and you end up hitting those ramps a lot. So like once you get them dialed in, you can just hit those ramps over and over again, and you get big points that way.
Yeah, I think I played that, and then there was something roller coaster.
Roller Coaster Tycoon?
That might have been it. I think that was the table I played, yeah.
There's a Roller Coaster
the real
Tycoon
life table. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun table, too.
Yeah, but...
Speaking of pinball, real life pinball...
What'd you play?
Guys, I totally shamed myself last weekend after the show. I had my pinball league. I came in last place. I had the worst day ever. It was terrible. I just lost after loss. I had a couple of wins in there, but I just kept losing, and just by small margins. Like, it was like people would squeak by me by 10,000 points, and if you know pinball, 10,000 points is nothing. You know, it's like one hit on a bumper, maybe. If you're lucky, that's 10,000 points. But anyways, that was my shame from last week. It was terrible. I was very disappointed. Although I did finish in the top 4. I was in 4th place in the entire league for the season. And I got invited to the championship stuff, but I declined because I would be traveling during the week and stuff. I would have to go like 2 hours away to get to it, and and I couldn't do that, especially not right now while work's crazy like it is. So I'm not going to be involved in the championships, unfortunately. So that sucks. But back to video games. Well, I guess pinball's video games, but
but I got a question for you.
What's that?
Do you feel that you came in last only because you haven't been practicing a lot?
Well, I don't have real tables, so it's really hard for me to practice. I can learn tables by playing them on Pinball Arcade, but even like the feel of it is completely different when you're actually standing there playing a table. It's not the same.
Right. It's a simulator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I just had a bad day. That was pretty much it. My luck did not go my way at all. Like I said, there was like probably 5 or 6 games where it was like, 100,000 to 10,000 points difference between our scores, and like they just scraped by me and took the win. And in playoffs we do head to head, so it's not score based as much as when we play in a team. So it's a little different. And I like I said, just had a bad day and last place. I couldn't believe it when I walked up to ask. When they announced all the names that were going on to the finals, I was like, so what place did I get? And he looked in the thing and he looks at me, he goes, you got last place, man. And I shook my head and I was
that's crushing.
All right, guys, good luck. I'll see you later. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'll hang my head in shame and walk out the door.
Right. Put the hat on, I'm out.
So sticking on the pinball kick, this week I picked up Bethesda Pinball, and I gotta say, guys, this game is fucking awesome. It's so good. It's a Fallout table, a Skyrim table, and a Doom table. So the Fallout table, it's pretty cool. It starts off, you actually get to create a character. It doesn't really do anything for you. You can level that character up and whatever, but you always start again each game. It's just kind of fun. The achievement in that table is to get to level 5. I haven't been able to do it yet. I'm assuming you have to complete 5 missions, because each mission seems to give you a level up point. There is a stat that you can level up that's to gain XP quicker. I kind of tried using that. It didn't really work for me. But yeah, that table's fun. There's all kinds of stuff. You got all your Fallout stuff in there. You got
Nice.
Codsworth, you got the Super Mutants, you got vaults that you can jump into, and when you jump into it, it starts a mission, and you have to hit certain ramps to complete the mission, and sometimes things pop out of the table and you have to fight them. Sometimes you have to fight the super mutant that's standing on the table, and you're like shooting at each other and stuff. You got to hit certain ramps in order to fire your shot before he fires so many shots and kills you.
Can't wait to play this.
You dying
I'm
ends
a
the
big
mission.
Fallout fan. I got to play it.
So, yeah, it's got all of that stuff in it. And then there's the Doom table, which of course has the fucking awesome Doom soundtrack. So it's got all the great music that you have from the Doom game. It's got basically it's similar to the Fallout table, but it's just themed Doom, and it's like you're trying to complete missions, hitting ramps and getting certain locks and stuff like that. Just killer soundtrack, really great. The table plays well. You don't feel like it's cheap to you that much. Sometimes it is, but whatever. It still plays pretty good. You can hit the ramps once you start dialing them in and figuring out what your angles are.
Yeah.
But you set off some really cool missions. You go to hell, and the table goes all red, and you're fighting a demon guy. Again, guys pop up in the middle of the table, and you got to hit them and hit certain ramps to knock them down and kill them. And but yeah, that again, another great table. And then the Skyrim table. This one, actually, you start off with a character and you pick who you want. Whether you want a mage or you want a this, that, all the different races in Skyrim. And then you can actually level that character up. And even when you die, the next time you start up, it asks you, do you want to continue with this character or would you like to create a new one? So you can keep leveling that one character up over and over again. Again, like I said with the Fallout table, doesn't really do much for you. It's more there for novelty. Just to be like, hey, this is something you can do in Skyrim, and now you can do it in this pinball game as well. But it's still fun. I had a moment earlier on Twitch where I was just playing it, and all of a sudden, the fucking dragon came out and started fucking flying around the table, and I had to fucking try and kill the dragon. I didn't kill the dragon, unfortunately, because I found out later that it's the achievement for that table. But yeah, it was a blast, man. Just having that dragon come out, start flying around the table and shit. That's why I like digital pinball, because you can't do that in real pinball. You can do some cool stuff in real pinball, but you can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't have a dragon come out and start flying around the table and shit. Just cool effects like that is what makes Pinball Effects or Zen Studios the number one, no doubt, number one for pinball, digital pinball, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I play Pinball Arcade as well because I love to be able to learn those real life tables. Like you've heard me talk about Pinball Arcade and Stern Pinball Arcade before. I do that to practice sort of for my league because I don't have real tables to play with, unfortunately. I wish I could afford it, but I don't. So that's the way I do it, man. That's why I like pinball. That's why I get into those. I own all the Pinball Effects 2 tables on Xbox One. So as long as they keep making good tables, I'll keep buying them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I love all the marble tables, man. Especially when you have two enemies squaring it off. That's where Zen really knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, man. That's what makes those tables so much fun. Jesus, you don't get into pinball, do you? You don't really like it. You're muted.
No, not really. What's the last table that I played? Let's see. I think the last one I played was the Star Wars. Force Awakens ones.
Oh, the Force Awakens ones. Yeah, those were fun tables too.
I think I played those and the Guardian of the Galaxy one. I played that one.
Yeah.
I don't really get into them that much just because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing most of the time.
You got to learn it, man. You know what? There's a thing in the options menu where you can actually go in and figure out, and it'll tell you what does what and what will set off certain modes. And if you read through that and then play the table, you'll start figuring modes out and how to set things off, and then you know what I mean. And you'll have a little more fun with the table because you'll start figuring, oh shit, there's a mission here. Now if I hit these 3 ramps, boom, boom, boom. Oh, that mission's done. Whoa, 10 million points. Sweet. Fucking boom, 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 boom. Next mission. You're doing the same thing again. Hit this ramp, hit that ramp, hit the other ramp. As long as you hit those ramps, you complete the mission. You move on. And you'll gain shitloads of points that way. You know, there's also ways some people play like they manipulate the table. They find like what their highest scoring ramp is and just fucking dial it in and hit that ramp over and over and over and over and over and over and over again because they know that timing. They can just go click, 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 and they'll hit that fucking ramp every single time, right? I don't play like that. I play more like I want to have fun. I want to try and complete the missions. I want to try and get through the tables. And it's hard, man. It's not easy to do because the tables can be really, really fucking cheap to you sometimes.
Yeah, especially where you have, I don't know what you call it, Ryan, but it's where when you're shooting it towards, shooting it up and it's short. Does that make sense? Where it has the
doesn't quite make it up the ramp or whatever.
Yeah, and it's going to come right back to you.
Yeah, sometimes it comes right back down into the middle, and you're done.
I'm trying to think of not Knight Rider. Who was the Ghost Rider?
Oh, Ghost Rider, yeah.
That table, something like that, where there's not enough real estate in that front area. In the middle.
Yeah. Everything's up close, so you.
I know I'm not making sense, really but quick. Yeah, everything's up close, and tables like that are difficult.
Yeah, you gotta figure out the angles. You gotta dial it in quick, and once you do, that's when you're gonna start getting points. But yeah, I
just play for fun myself.
Yeah, me too. It's just to have a good time. But that was Bethesda Pinball. If you like pinball, if you enjoy it and you have fun with it, if you like Zen Pinball at all, Pinball Effects, these are some of the best tables, along with like maybe South Park. I fucking love the South Park tables. They are great. And a few others. Some of the Star Wars tables are good, and some of the Marvel tables are good. They got lots of good stuff in there.
Hey, you know what they don't have that's still on 360, and I still have it on the 360, and that's
Missplosion Man.
Missplosion Man.
Yep.
It's not on there. I didn't get the license for it.
Too. That's a great table.
That needs to come to Xbox One.
Yeah, I think there's a licensing problem with that table, if I'm not mistaken. It was only made for the 360, and there's something that's stopping it from coming over. I've actually contacted Zen a couple of times asking why that hasn't come out, and they never got back to me. So, Zen's pretty good at getting back to people when they ask questions. So I'm assuming there's something that's stopping them from doing that.
But either way, there's a ton of tables out there on probably, I assume, all platforms. I
think there's over 75 now. So for Xbox One.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Anyways, so the next thing I played was Deadrising 4. It finally came out. I was really, really, really bummed to find out that it wasn't a Play Anywhere title.
No.
I mean, that totally sucks. Everyone was saying, oh, Microsoft's going back on their word. But they never said that Deadrising 4 was going to be part of the Play Anywhere stuff. They didn't say that. Nowhere in anything does it say that Deadrising was going to be a Play Anywhere game. It is a first-party title. And people can assume that it would be, but they never really said. Like, if you look at the lists that they've announced of the games that are for Play Anywhere, it's not on there anywhere. It never was. So they didn't really go back on their word, but it sucks that a first-party developed title that is on both platforms is not cross-buy. That's bullshit to me. Like I'm not happy with that at all. But what are you going to do?
I didn't learn about this until last week, till you posted it.
Yeah. My guess is that Capcom said to Microsoft, no, you're not doing it. Because, I mean, like, ReCore was Play Anywhere, and it was just published by Microsoft. So it's got to be the fact that, because why would Microsoft not want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, of course they would want to do that. And I don't understand Capcom's view, because, let's be honest, anyone that's going to play it on PC is going to wait the 3 months for the Steam release to come out.
Yeah.
And they'll play it on Steam. They're not going to buy it on the fucking Windows 10 store just because it's there 3 months early. It's not going to happen. I don't know why Capcom is doing this, but whatever, you know.
So what did you buy it on?
I bought it on Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because I've heard it runs really nice in 21:9. I would have liked to have seen it on my PC, but oh well. It runs really nice on the Xbox too.
Did you see the you know those reviews on the Windows 10 store? I don't take too much away from those, but they were just the PC version is just it's garbage, it's crap. But maybe those are just trolls trying to say that the Windows 10 version is not working.
Maybe,
but
who knows?
I haven't heard anything else outside of that. But
yeah. The game's pretty fun. I mean, it's Deadrising, guys. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, they took the damn co-op out, which was another thing that was very disappointing about the game. There is a co-op mode, but it's not. You're not playing through the campaign together. The campaign is single player only. There's like a multiplayer horde-ish mode where you get together with like 4 friends or 4 people, and you do these little missions. I played a little bit with Andrew, our news guy, Andrew Jack. Is that how you say his name? I think that's how he said you say it. Andrew
Thanks
Jack.
for the news, Andrew.
But yeah, I played with him earlier. I don't know, man. It was an okay. We only played the first mission, the first episode or whatever that it gives you. And it's alright. I would have rather played through the campaign with somebody, but, you know, I think once I finish the campaign, that might be something fun to do afterwards with people. But let's be honest, how long do I usually stay with a game? Not very long. I'm usually on to the next game once I've finished.
Yeah.
You know, I don't usually stick around on a game unless it really calls to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I played a couple. I think my first 2 playthroughs on Deadrising 3 I did alone, and then various pieces or different parts of the game.
Yeah, someone jumped in and played with you.
Yeah. Quick, just drop in, be a dick is one of the achievements, right?
Yeah.
On Deadrising 3.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So, yeah.
And just jumping in, playing those. Fun.
Yeah, it's missing, unfortunately. I don't know.
Why do you think they did that? Versus, I don't understand.
I have no idea, man.
Cutting corners or what? Come on, Capcom.
Maybe they just had a different vision. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. There's other characters in the game that they could have put you in as. I don't know. It's weird. But it is what it is. Other than that, it's Deadrising. You're collecting stuff to build weapons, to kill zombies, running around areas with hordes everywhere, jumping onto fucking building fucking or mixing together like a lawnmower and a go-kart to fucking make this crazy-ass machine that you just drive around and fucking eat zombies with. It's fun. Cool executions. Camera's a little wonky sometimes. Other than that, it's a blast. I mean, I'm still having fun with it. Even though, it's unfortunate that some of the things I wanted from it are missing. It's still a good game. I mean,
should I buy it on PC?
It's no 10. No, don't buy it on PC. One? Buy it on Xbox One. You're gonna have more people to. Well, I mean, really, if you're not gonna play the multiplayer, game, right? If you're not gonna play the multiplayer, then it doesn't really matter. You want to buy it on PC, buy it on PC. But if you want to play the multiplayer, I would buy it on Xbox, because on Windows 10, you're not going to fucking... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to have that player base.
Be able to play with friends, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless they do like cross-platform gameplay with it without cross-buy, I don't know. That would just be stupid.
I gotta say, it's a shame that they took out the co-op for the single-player story, because that was what made me finish Dead Rising 3. Was me playing it in co-op.
It was what was fun about the game, like about the co-op, anyways. But
it was the funnest part, of the game, honestly, because me and it was actually Rob, my old co-host on here. Me and him, we played that game co-op all the way through, from the beginning to like the end. Like, we played that whole thing co-op, and I just remember fucking around. Most of the times, we would go to the fucking safe houses, and we would make fun of the outfits we were wearing. We're like, "What the fuck are you wearing, man?" We were fucking wearing boxing fucking shorts, or like we dressed up as Elvis, or like dress up as fucking emojis and run around. There was one part that I remember very specifically was we were running through like these buildings. Randomly, we ran into like this gym, like a UFC gym, and there was a ring inside the fucking gym, obviously. And in the ring, there was 2 pairs of like fucking gloves, like UFC gloves. So we were like, "Hey, put the gloves on." So we both put on the fucking gloves, and we were just fighting each other. We were fighting each other as the fucking zombies were just surrounding the ring, because the zombies couldn't get in there, but they were all around us. And we were just in there boxing each other. We're like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is fucking awesome!" It was a lot of fun, dude. That co-op campaign was just tons of fun, and it sucks that they took it out. I don't know why they would do that, but
yeah. Yeah, and dressing up as Mega Man, you get that suit at the end when you complete it, and using that one of those laser weapons to just shoot each other with, and just blasting each other like 100 feet.
That whole game was fun. And some of the DLC missions were pretty cool. Like, I remember playing. I remember one of them. I don't remember the other ones, but I remember the one that I played was the one where you're like a special ops fucking soldier or something like that, and you get dropped off in the city. And your mission is to go rescue the president. I don't know if you guys played that. Did you guys play that one?
I don't remember. I might not.
Yeah, because the president was like going. She was in the city for like some kind of fucking bullshit meeting at the time of the outbreak, and it's your job to like go find her. And then you end up finding out like the guy who declared martial law, like the guy running the country at the moment, because the vice president is somehow dead or something. So the guy that's actually running the country, some kind of like army dude or some general or some shit, he actually killed the president, because he was supposed to go rescue her, but he told his soldiers to like kill her or something. So then like you had to like fucking kill all of them. It was really weird the way the mission was set up. But you basically had like a fucking SWAT car, like an armored fucking truck you could drive around everywhere and just run things over like forever.
Yeah, are we still talking about Dead Rising?
Yeah, Dead Rising 3.
Okay. Oh, it was part of the DLC. Okay.
Yeah, the DLC.
Actually, we're
Yeah,
supposed to be
I don't
talking
remember that in
about
the
Dead
regular
Rising
game.
4, guys.
And Dead Rising 3 was fun though, man.
It was.
But yeah, I was just, mentioning how the co-op shit sucks. But it is what it is, and I think you'll probably be a safe bet to say that this game will be on sale within a month.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or,
January.
kind of Christmas.
You can find it on sale
after
in
Christmas,
January.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dead Rising 3 was on sale pretty quick. And that game was good. So
Yeah. This game's good too. If you like Dead Rising 3, you'll like this, but I mean the co-op's missing.
there was a lot of zombies in Dead Rising 3, man. I remember just fucking being in some parts where I was like, fuck, these zombies are everywhere.
It's like that in this one too. You'll walk out into a street and you'll be like, where do I get through this? Because there's just a wall of zombies in front of me. I just gotta hack my way through, I guess.
And a lot, wasn't it? Do your weapons still deteriorate in this one?
Yes.
Because I remember in Dead Rising 3 they break or whatever after you use them so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want my elemental staff with the traffic signal thing. You know, the javelin.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool. The cone was one of my
Not
favorites.
javelin, the pole.
The one when you had like the mega cones and you had like the voice speaker thing, and you would just blow everybody away like fucking 10
Kill
feet
like
back.
100 of them at a time.
Yeah, just like fucking like a big megaphone and shit.
Right.
That was cool. But yeah, guys. Yeah.
So I also played Gigantic. It's a new free-to-play MOBA game on Xbox. It's in preview right now, but it's free. It's not like a trial or anything. It's just in there. But it's still early. The game still needs work. They're just letting people play it, I guess, to test the servers and whatnot. And it's kind of fun. If you like those games, if you like Overwatch, you like
Battleborn?
Smite, Battleborn, yeah, all those kind of games, then you'll probably enjoy it. It's free to play. It doesn't cost you anything. So you get in there, and it has a bunch of different characters. I only got to play as... who was I again? I was like the healer, I think. And I shot like these magic out of my hands or some shit. It was fun. It was fast. You're jumping around, and all of a sudden, like, this big monster will come out, and you got to knock him down, and then, like, I don't know. I know they've been working on this game for a long time. It kind of looked like what Fable Legends was going for as well. I didn't quite understand everything that was going on. I only played one match earlier today. But for what I played, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Check it out. It's free. If you're looking for something to play and you like those kind of games. Maybe
also available on Windows 10?
Yes, it is also on Windows 10. I haven't tried it on Windows 10 yet. I did download it earlier, though. And then the other thing I played was I played the Resident Evil 7 demo. It's very short. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't get everything because I kept getting the bad ending. I finished it twice. The first time it took me a really long time to figure out what the fuck I was supposed to do. So I ran through it again the second time. The first time it took me an hour to go through it. And then I ran through it the second time in like 10 minutes. So, because I knew what I needed to do, right? And I thought maybe just running it quicker would have got me a better ending. But apparently not. So I got to try and figure out. There was another door with a key that I couldn't find that I couldn't unlock. So I'm guessing maybe it has something to do with that. I'll have to go back and try again because it was actually really good. It looks like really nice. It's very realistic looking. This broken down old crusty house that you're walking through looks real. I think they went for that PT kind of feel where you're just because you're in this small little section of a house that's almost like a hallway. And you kind of go through it, and you got to find all the stuff that you need to get out. Basically, you're trying to get out of this house that you've woken up in, and you're like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" And then some weird shit happens. But yeah, so another thing that's free, go check that out, guys. It was pretty cool. And it might give you an idea of what Resident Evil 7 is going to be like. I wasn't really looking forward to Resident Evil 7, and now that I played this and went, oh, whoa, this is kind of cool. It's piqued my interest a little bit, so...
Is it out, or Resident Evil? Is it 7? Is it out now?
Coming soon, though. I don't know what the date is.
Is this the one that's getting the PlayStation VR treatment?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the one game everybody's waiting for on VR.
Yeah.
And if that game does it good, then it might sell more VR units.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't do good, then it's going to fucking kill VR. So, we'll see how that turns out, guys. Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I played this week.
Yeah.
Anybody else? You guys don't got anything else? You didn't forget something?
Nope.
Then let's move on to the news.
Yeah! Guys, I have news for you this week. If you didn't hate Nintendo enough for not making enough Nintendo NES Minis, guys, you might just hate them a little bit more the next few fucking sentences I say.
Why, Jesus? Tell us why.
Wind Waker 2 was canceled by Nintendo because they wanted to make Twilight Princess. So they made Twilight Princess, and then they remade Wind Waker for the fucking Wii U in HD. HD, guys. HD. Ooh. And then they remade Twilight Princess in HD recently this year. Mm-hmm. But that is the reason why. They said they were actually working on it. They had, like, the plan for it. They, had the studio for it. They had the people starting to work on it. And then last minute, they were like, yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck this game. Cancel this shit. We're moving on to Twilight Princess, and then they made that game.
We'll play in 4K. Can I play it in 4K? Please.
4K. No 4K, guys. More news. Majesco Entertainment is leaving video game publishing. These guys are the publishers.
What does Majesco make? Yeah, what do they make?
That sounds familiar.
They made a game called Blood Rain. I remember that seeing that game on the show a few times. I never played it. Psychonauts.
Right.
Cooking Mama.
Yes.
Cooking Mama.
And a classic called Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Yeah, I guess this company was doing so bad. They've been publishing video games for 30 years, but they were doing so bad in the last few years that they actually got delisted from the stock market.
Wow.
And last year, actually in August of last year, their new CEO fired everybody except 5 employees. So
I think Psychonauts was an original Xbox game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah. So now they're going to be they're merging with another company that makes, they say they make like some kind of tissue regeneration or something. Who knows? They probably just got bought out, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
That's it. So no more video games for them, which sucks because...
Not really. Who cares?
Not really.
It doesn't really.
Okay. It doesn't really suck, but I mean,
it's Majestic. They weren't a major player in the game. It's not going to hurt video games in any way if they're gone. You know, bigger companies, better companies have gone under already. Lionhead, fucking.
Yeah.
You know, there's companies that have gone under that. THQ.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
that one hurt me. That one hurt me, man. When that one went, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I'm crying and shit. I cried for months.
Were you crying?
Just kidding.
Did you get your box of tissues?
Konami has filed for a new trademark in the United States for the Turbo Graphics, which means that people are thinking. The rumor is on the streets. Word on the street, guys, from the streets.
Turbo Graphics Mini.
Yeah, Turbo Graphics Mini's coming, guys. I don't know. The fuck? I'm not excited for that. Everything Mini. I don't.
You know what? It's cool. Do you know that there has been a Mini Sega Genesis for fucking like years, and no one gave a flying fuck about it until Nintendo made one?
I've seen it at the stores for like years now. I'm like, what the fuck is like 32 games included? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Look like a cheap.
It has a cartridge slot though, so you can actually
you can add games to it and shit. But like,
not add, but if you own a collection, you can actually just plop them on and use them. It's a real Sega Genesis, like with 32 games in the ROM.
All nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly.
And the classic, like at this point, I don't give a fuck about the classic. I just want one because it looks cool.
Yeah, I don't really care about it anymore either.
If I actually buy one, I probably won't even open it.
It'll sit on a shelf. Yeah.
Box shelf.
Just dust it every month.
I mean, I got enough boxes on my shelves.
Boxes on the shelf. Put it in my closet and forget about it.
On the shelf.
10 years from now, I'll open the box and be like, oh, this thing exists.
They don't even use HDMI anymore.
HDMI ports don't exist anymore.
Everything's DisplayPort now. What the hell?
Guys, Crackdown 3 is now coming in the holiday 2017.
Woo! Yeah!
It's about time.
Maybe E3 2017, they say. But they're saying holidays. So fall, most likely
I'm thinking
winter.
holiday. I'm thinking holiday.
Another year.
Even though Crackdown kind of feels like a spring game, like it feels like it should be in the spring.
Yeah.
It kind of has that feel to me. I don't feel like it's a holiday title. I think it's going to be a disappointment if they put it in the holidays. Not gameplay wise or anything. I just think sales wise, it'll be a disappointment for them. If they
I
release
think
it in
if
the
they
holidays.
bundle it with the Scorpio, it'll do fine.
Oh yeah.
Because they say that this is actually a game that's going to run native 4K on the Scorpio. They say it's actually going to support the 4K resolution on the Project Scorpio system, and it's slated to come out on 2017. I'm thinking they might bundle it, dude.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but
Xbox
I don't know about
good about-
bundle. I think
They're
release
better.
around the same time.
They're
but I
better
don't
than
know
Sony
about
at bundling shit. Sony doesn't bundle much.
No, I know.
They don't bundle like anything in their
Oh,
system.
it's even worse in Canada.
The only game they fucking bundle in the fucking PlayStation 4 systems is the Uncharted Collection or The Last of Us.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
They don't bundle like any cool shit. Like they don't bundle Battlefield or fucking Titanfall or fucking Tomb Raider or Xbox just doesn't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, you want
bundle?
Battlefield with this shit? We'll give you Battlefield. You want Madden? Here's a Madden system. You want fucking Titanfall? Here's a Titanfall one. You want this fucking game? Here you go. You get 2 games, motherfucker. Here, Forza and this other game.
Do you remember last year? I think it was last year when they did that fucking mega holiday bundle, and it was the Xbox One without Kinect, but it came with like Tomb Raider, Ori and the Blind Forest. Fucking like it was like 5 games came with it. Rare Replay, and something else I can't remember. But that
was a good deal.
That was a fucking sweet deal.
And most systems nowadays come with the EA Access, like a year of that shit too.
The ones that are bundled with EA games do.
Yeah, but I mean, still, like you're getting like fucking a bunch of games there, dude. You get a lot of games when you buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
When you
Especially
buy
if you were smart enough if you had Xbox Live and you were on 360 and you were smart enough to download those titles that were free, you buy your Xbox and you have a fucking humongous library sitting there for you, waiting. Yeah.
And this month, actually, this week, Sleeping Dogs came out for the Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Which that game is good. I played half of it on the 360 and I returned the rental. It was a rental, I remember.
I couldn't get through that game, man.
It was good. It was actually like pretty fucking good for GTA.
I want to go back and try it again, but I remember having issues with it and wanting to move on to something else at the time, so I didn't really pay as much attention to it as I should have.
It's good.
So
good story.
I'll give it a try again, maybe.
And speaking of Sleeping Dogs, the developer United Front shut its doors in October, and recently all their shit went on an auction. Like they're like, fuck it, we're gonna sell everything they had because these guys went broke. So in that auction, there was a PlayStation 4 dev kit, aka the PlayStation 4. What the fuck were they called back in the day?
Neo?
Was it the Neo? Was it the Xbox?
No.
Durango was the Xbox, right?
PlayStation 4 Neo is the Pro.
Yeah, well, whatever. This is a dev kit for that shit. And it looks like United Front was actually working on a game. And the last login was actually the day they shut their doors. It was like October 5th or something like that. Was the last login on the system. So there's a guy that bought this fucking system. And now he wants to try to like get that information out of there and figure out what the fuck they were working on. Which in a way is cool, but in a way I'm wondering why the fuck Sony hasn't sued him yet and told him to like hand that shit over. You know?
Right.
It's a fucking dev kit, dude.
It's not Sony's property though.
But usually most dev kits get returned to the companies that own it. Or the companies that like let you fucking have them. So like for example, like the Xbox dev kits will get returned to Microsoft.
Not if you bought it out. If your company bought the dev kit, it's yours.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Well, I mean, whatever. He's holding that hostage.
If you passed away, does Sony get your PlayStation back?
They should.
Dude, fuck
got
off.
proprietary software on it.
Take that shit back.
You take it back, Sony. You come into my house and take it back. But
So yeah,
guys,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
What
I
else
don't know
we
what
got
they
for
were.
news, Jesus?
What do you think they were? I don't know. They were working on something, but yeah, that's it. We'll maybe find out about it on that website, Unseen64, later on in life.
Maybe.
Guys, Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard are partnering up with veterans, and there's a skin you can buy in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. There's like a skin, there's a patch, there's a fucking attachment. You can buy all these fucking things. And it'll actually, all the proceeds of that, which is like a $5 pack that you buy, it goes to helping veterans be able to find jobs and support them in, like, you know, transitioning back into civilian life, which is one cool thing that Call of Duty has done since for like a long time now. They help a lot of veterans out. They do their endowment program or whatever.
Yeah.
And they do help a lot of veterans out, which is fucking cool, but sometimes their games are not that fucking good. But yeah, if you want to support that, you go and buy a pack of $5 on your whatever system you're playing Infinite Warfare
I'm
on.
vet.
Yeah. Guys, Sony is following Nintendo's footsteps, and they're now making games for phones, mobile games.
So what? The Vita's dead now? They're not going to make a Vita 2?
Pretty much.
Parappa the Rapper is coming to iOS and other phone, Android, I'm assuming. And also Everybody's Golf.
Everybody's Golf.
Everybody's Golf is coming to
What is that?
fucking, I don't know, to iOS and Android. And an tactical RPG called Ark the Lad.
Oh, Ark the Lad. That's a great game.
Some older titles over again. Nice.
It's old. Yeah, it's old. It's an old game, but it's a fun game.
But yeah, there's also other games coming like Wild Arms, Summer Holiday, 20th Century, fucking Between Sky and Sea, Nighttime.
Did you say Wild Arms?
Yeah,
Like the original Wild Arms?
it's coming to phones, yeah.
Wow.
That's a great RPG. If you want an old school RPG, that's a fucking good one.
So they say that they also plan to partner with Square Enix for mobile titles, but they're not saying what specifically the partnership will focus on. So from what I know, Square Enix has released Hitman games on phone.
Hitman,
and
Tomb Raider.
And Rayman. No, they're not.
No, Rayman's
published, are they?
Ubisoft.
But Rayman is on iPhones as well.
Yes.
I know they've released
Yeah.
Tomb Raider and that fucking Hitman game, and
There
I
was
think
a Tomb Raider Run game too that was like Temple Run.
Yes.
yeah, there was. Yeah, and I think Square Enix has the rights to like the Go, like whatever, like the type of the game that they
Yes.
make, like the
Yes.
little board tile game shit they make.
Deus Ex
I
Go,
think
all
I
that
think
stuff.
they're the ones that own the right to that, and I think nobody can copy them on that, which is why nobody's made something like that.
Maybe that's why Sony's partnering with them.
Maybe they're gonna
get,
make
like,
an
an
Uncharted
Uncharted
Go and fucking The Last of Us Go and
Yeah.
everything goes, guys. Everything's Go. You have to have a Go at the end of it, so make
You
it.
guys remember the Sony Ericsson phones? And a few of those
Yes.
models actually had
Yeah,
like
I do. Like,
played
Dude.
games.
I used to have a Sony Walkman phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of cool. I never had one, but
Back in the day.
it was like a controller / phone.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Didn't go anywhere.
Nope.
guys, speaking of Nintendo again, Nintendo is just really popular these days.
We were actually just talking about Sony, but
But I don't care. Transitioning, guys. We were speaking of Nintendo.
Back to Nintendo.
If you guys watched the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, you might have seen some Nintendo stuff go down. So Nintendo, for some reason, decided to appear on a late night show, fucking Jimmy Fallon show, and they basically debuted gameplay for Super Mario Run on iOS, that mobile game coming out
yeah.
this week, like in 3 days or 5 days.
Yeah.
They debuted that, which actually, guys, look really cool. I don't know what it was. something about it made me really want to play it. But I know I don't want to pay. I'm gonna pay $10 for $15. How much is $10?
$10, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay $10 for it, dude. But like, it looked cool. Like I was like, fuck, that looks fucking cool as shit. Like all the little moving things, and you have to jump around and grab little special coins. And
it reminds me of the Rayman ones, the Rayman Jungle Run, just with the Mario skin instead. It's very similar. You know, you just tap, 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 tap. You know, tap the jump.
That makes me want a Donkey Kong run now.
That would be cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be neat.
What?
Donkey Kong Country Run?
It's everything.
Yeah.
Guys just want everything. Fuck. Guys, calm down. Calm down.
We want everything to be go and run,
We
man.
want
Everything's got to be go and run. How about Halo
right?
Go?
My phone, my tablet.
Gears of War.
No,
Gears of War Go.
Call of Duty Run and Call of Duty Go. Fucking Battlefield Run. Guys, I watched this video. I watched it on YouTube, actually. I watched the clip of like him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but his excitement didn't feel genuine to me. Like, I didn't feel like he was actually excited. Like, I felt like it was like a big act. Like, it was like...
Talking about Reggie?
No, like Jimmy Fallon. Like, I was like, he looks excited, but he doesn't look like excited, like oh fuck, like this is fucking cool.
When he was talking to Miyamoto, was it Miyamoto? Yeah, it was Miyamoto, right?
What was there? Fuck.
When he was talking to him, he looked pretty, shocked that he was there. Like,
how the fuck do you not recognize? Like, out of the people in your crowd, like, how do you not see him? He's like in the front row.
Oh, he knew he was there. He knew he was there. Let's be real. But
what to me, the funny part was like everybody that was clapping. I bet you like 90% of those people were like, "What the fuck is going on right now? Like, fuck is this Mario shit? Like, fucking Mario Run. What is this fucking thing? And who the fuck is this Miyamoto guy? This fucking Asian guy sitting next to me?
Do you think that he's just trying to capitalize on the popularity of video games?
I think he is.
Noticing that Conan gets a lot of views for his Clueless Gamer stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, honestly, because like when they like Miyamoto's here, like you could tell all the people around Miyamoto were like, "Who the fuck is this Asian guy? Why is everybody clapping for him? Like, fuck are you, man?" And it's like, you motherfuckers are sitting next to the CEO of Nintendo. You didn't even fucking know it, motherfuckers.
Is he like the CEO of Toyota? What's going on?
Who's this guy? You make top ramen or something? Like, what the fuck? It was really cool though, guys, seeing that, being Miyamoto being there, and like, I feel like Miyamoto's genuinely trying to be more nowadays. I feel like he's trying to be more like trying to make his face more known to the consumer and trying to be more Western friendly. He knows that like the way they're running the company before is not the way
they can't
Nintendo
continue to do that. Yeah,
Nintendo cannot work like that in North America anymore. Because Xbox has Major Nelson.
Well, Nintendo has Reggie, but
and
Nintendo has Reggie, but Sony has. Who the fuck does Sony have?
Does Sony have anybody?
They had that one Jack Tretton guy, but he quit, or he went to his own other thing.
Mark Cerny or something like that now is
Mark Cerny, and they have
They have a couple of people, I don't pay attention to them, so I don't remember their names.
But I mean, Xbox has Phil Spencer and like Major Nelson, like the main dudes, like they run around and connect with the people. And I feel like, Nintendo's trying to like do that with Miyamoto. Like, get out there and like show people you're a fucking gamer and get out there and like I saw like a video of him playing with the Roots. They were playing the theme song of Mario, dude. Yeah. And like he was playing the guitar and the Roots were playing like their instruments and he was just playing the guitar. Like I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Like he actually knows how to play that shit on the guitar. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, what we got to see in this video for the Jimmy Fallon show was we got to see the Nintendo Switch on TV. Like basically they debuted it there. Like here it is, guys. The fucking Switch. And it actually looked a lot bigger than it did in the announcement trailer thing. It looked like bigger. And they played Zelda Breath of the Wild on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean...
And they let Jimmy play for a bit.
Zelda looked cool.
Yeah.
But, it's like, okay, like, this game looks cool, but I wanted him to debut something new. I wanted him to, like, announce something fucking cool, like...
You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that until January.
Fucker, like, drop this shit. But no, they didn't.
They're going to do that in, like, mid-January. That's when they're going to drop that shit.
So we'll see when that happens. I want to see them push the graphics on, man. Like, I feel like Zelda looked nice. And the cool part about that game was, like, the guy said, like, everywhere you see on the screen, you can go there and, like, be there.
Yeah.
So there was some pretty far distances that you could see. And I remember them when Bethesda announced Skyrim, and they, like, said the same thing. They were like, yeah, basically anywhere you could see, you can go there. Like, there's no limits. So it's going to be a big game. And for sure, it's going to be a huge seller, especially knowing that this game will launch on release day with the Switch. It has to, right, guys? There's a community question right now in the chat, in the live chat on Facebook by Joseph Anthony Pitt. He's like, I don't know if you guys covered it yet, but do you guys think Zelda is going to be delayed on the Switch? And I honestly think they can't do that.
Depends on what else they have for the lineup, right? But Nintendo's known for if they'll push it. They don't give a crap. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not done, they will push it. But
how can it be done? I mean, it's basically done for the Wii U.
You never know. Things could be broken. Things could break.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
But Nintendo's not known for sending out broken games,
exactly.
Are they?
That's what I'm saying to you. Nintendo won't put something out if it's broken. They will say no, delay it. They don't care about the launch. You know what I mean? They would rather put out a good quality game, which is how things should be.
No, but Ryan, do you guys think that with this new system they're going to be able to? I think in January they're going to announce a new online infrastructure for Nintendo, and I think it's going to be like some kind of Nintendo Online.
I friggin' hope so.
You make like a Mii, and your Mii is your avatar that you can connect with other gamers around the world, and they're going to be like, you have your personal name. It's not a fucking number anymore.
Yeah, it's an account where your name is.
Password. Yeah. And your kids can have a kid account, and their little avatars will look like kids.
Yeah.
And they could only put in the kids section, like, of the fucking avatar world. And, like, no profanity will be allowed in the system. We're going to make it a family-friendly ecosystem. If people get reported so many times, they're going to get fucking banned, etc. And I think they're going to announce that. And what I want them to do is, I don't really want them to do this, but I kind of would like to see it so they don't delay games as much as announce that they're going to be able to patch games when they want to, or to update them with DLC, because that'll help out a lot of games like Mario Kart. You can add so many tracks to it, dude.
They do.
Right.
And just keep fucking adding. Well, they do, but I mean, just keep adding tracks, or like fucking Zelda, add like a new storyline. Like, oh, we got a new fucking story here.
Yeah, but that's I've been saying that for years. Where it's like, why are these not being sold as a platform? Especially games like Rock Band. Why is there a new one all the time? Why not just have one game and have their DLC? You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing now. Apparently, we'll see. I was kind of surprised when that Rock Band Rivals came out, and I was like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be a platform now, but whatever. You know what I mean? You can't make as much money that way as you can with releasing a full disc game the next year. You know what I mean? You're going to make more money that way. But you have to be careful that you don't saturate the market and people get bored of it, right? Which is what happened with rhythm games. It got saturated. There was so much of it that it was like, I give up on this shit. You know?
But the one thing Nintendo has is people never get tired of their shit. Ever.
That's true. That's true.
They release the same shit like every 5 years, and people are like not tired of it. Like,
they'll
many
eat
fucking
it up again.
Mario Karts?
Yeah.
How many Mario Karts? Like 8 Mario Karts? It's all the same shit. Like from Mario Kart 1 to now, like you drive around, fucking shoot shit out of your car, and
it just looks better each time.
They've been doing that for like the last fucking so many years, and like nobody gives a fuck. Every time the game comes out, it gets sold out. Right?
But it's fun.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. It's an enjoyable game. People have fun.
Zelda, like they release Zelda, they release fucking Mario all the time.
Yeah, but Zelda has more time in between each of theirs. It's not like it's coming out every year.
Yeah. I feel like they release a lot of Mario stuff. A lot of like, there's Mario this, Mario that.
Mario is their Call of Duty.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But nobody gets tired of Mario. That's the fucking thing. Like, nobody criticizes Nintendo for doing that. But we'll sit here and criticize.
You gotta think too, Mario has gone through a lot of different genres.
Oh, he's gone through all kinds of shit. RPGs and fucking
there's RPGs,
platformers,
there's platformers, there's 3D adventure games.
Super Mario Sunshine was like one of my fucking favorite Mario. I love that game, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that game's fun.
It's so much of that fucking game. It's crazy.
And you'll be able to play that game on your Nintendo Switch, apparently.
Oh, fuck.
Because it's going to be backwards compatible with GameCube games.
Well,
can I insert I be able to insert?
It's going to be a digital download. Yeah, you're going to have to rebuy it, obviously.
$60.
That's the thing. I will never buy digital from Nintendo until they have an account. Until you have an account that carries over no matter where you go. Fuck that. Because I've lost so many games by not owning the Wii that I bought them on. You know what I mean? It wasn't fucking attached to my account. It was Nintendo's infrastructure.
That's the thing. Like if they're going to announce like a backwards compatible digital store on the Nintendo Switch, they have to have an account, like an online infrastructure to like. So like, look, fuck this. This is not numbers anymore. You don't put in a little stupid friend ID code.
Yeah, fuck.
You have a fucking gamer tag. You have a fucking name, and this is tied to you forever. I just hope they do it where you can change it every so, like you can actually change it. Not like fucking Sony where, well, yeah, we didn't think people wanted to change their names ever. We never thought about that when we were creating some shit like.
So now, if we change it so that you can change your names, the whole PlayStation network will explode. So we can't do that.
Oh man, who knows? Is they ever gonna be able to do that on PlayStation? But yeah, man. I gotta say the Switch looked cool though, and the way you move from the tablet to the TV, it looked fucking cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
It looks neat.
You just pick up the tablet and fucking away you go. Head to the can to take your shit.
Oh, dude, it's gonna matter is battery life. Yeah, it's gonna matter is battery life.
Yeah.
Battery life, you're gonna have a lot, or you're gonna have those people that sell you those. Buy this special Nyko branded fucking juice pack
battery
for your
extender.
Switch.
Yeah.
For $150,
and you attach it on the side. You attach it behind the Switch. It's a stand, but it's also a battery.
And it has a light.
$60, and then they're gonna start blowing up, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? My shit blew up, and it caught my Switch on fire." And
it has an LCD screen that tells you how much battery life you have left.
It flashes red when it needs charging.
Oh, fuck.
It sets off strobe lights when it needs to be charged, so that you know. Do not buy if you have seizure problems.
There'll be all kinds of accessories for this device.
Oh, yeah. The thing is it's going to be weird for, like, third-party companies. How do you fucking make third-party controllers that attach to the fucking Switch? Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that.
I don't think it's going to be hard.
I mean, unless they allow it. How,
I'm sure Nintendo probably locked that shit down. I'm sure they were smart enough.
It'll have to be official.
There's also now there's of course Reddit. If you leave it up to Reddit to fucking break down everything, they broke it down, guys. They say that when Jimmy Fallon picked up the tablet from the base, and he was picking it up, that it was actually a big delay, not instantaneous like they say it is.
They don't think Reggie was actually playing. That's what I heard.
And that's another thing too. They're saying like, well, he really didn't look like he was actually playing
because he stopped and turned around for a second, and Link was still moving around. So yeah, I think
it's like a trailer footage or something. Yeah. There was another thing that said that it's not running at 60 frames a second. So
it's still early though. I mean, come on.
but
There's still. Well, no, I guess it isn't. I guess it isn't.
this was a thing. This was a thing for your parents to see, and for them to know that there's a new Nintendo coming out sometime. And they're going to be wasting money on this shit in the next year.
It's preparing what you're buying for your kids next Christmas.
Yeah, prepare, motherfuckers. We're selling this shit next year. You're going to be wasting all your money on this, motherfucker. Yeah.
Raw.
Guys, I got more fucking news for you.
Of course you do, because Andrew Jack got it for us. He's the man.
I got news about the Cuba game. Remember the Cuba game I told you about the other week?
Yep.
Well, this is a Cuba game. It's called Savior. It's actually the title of the game. And basically, this game will use hand-drawn animation to tell a story. You take the role of Little God, a savior who is searching for a great god of a dying universe. For eons, this universe was kept in order by the great god, but he has suddenly gone silent. In his absence, the world begins to collapse, and as reality pulls apart, his followers wonder, is it living in nothing more than a failing video game? It sounds interesting. What's really weird is the guy who's making this game says it's super hard for him to even connect with the press. he's like in Cuba, it's so hard to get access to internet that we have a hard time to even making a press release about what the fuck we're working on. He's like, we're having such a hard time doing that.
Well, we're trying to get it out to America, yeah.
And it's like, he's like, it's going to be a hard time for us to get it out to America, second of all, because now that Fidel Castro died and, Donald Trump is going to be president here in the next month. Donald Trump said that he wants to cut back on the relations that have been kind of opening up in the last year or so with Cuba. We kind of extended a few relations. But obviously there was a big embargo on Cuba. And he said, this is the opportunity that gave us a chance to make this video game. But now, if Trump goes into office and he decides to say, fuck you guys, fuck Cuba, we're going to embargo the shit out of you.
We're going to build a wall, motherfuckers, right around Cuba.
We're going to build the wall around Cuba.
And the Cubans will build it.
And they said they won't be able to release their video game, and it's going to be hard for them. They also said that with the little bit of internet that they have in Cuba, that it's nearly impossible to get every Cuban to play it. So they're going to release it for free in Cuba. They're going to just release it for free. Unlike this internet that they have, it's called the internet of the people, basically. So basically, they have a hard drive, right? They're going to upload the game to this hard drive, and they're going to just take it from house to house, and give it to people, and be like, hey, download this game onto your computer, and hand off the hard drive to somebody else to copy it onto their computer. Basically, that's how they're going to give the game away in Cuba. They say, cool. We know that, it's going to be hard to even sell a video game in Cuba. He's like, I don't want to become rich off of this. He's like, I just want to show people my art.
His game, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, people don't know about video games in Cuba, so I just want people to experience something that they're probably never going to experience again, or haven't ever, in history of forever.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they release it. I wonder if it'll ever come to America. I'm hoping it will, and pirates and shit will figure out a way to pirate it or something and get it in the U.S.
I'm sure it'll be on the Steam store.
I wouldn't doubt it, guys. But that's the Cuba news. It's called Savior. The game is called Cuba. PewDiePie, good old PewDiePie. He said a few days ago that he was going to ditch his 50 million YouTube subscribers.
He didn't really say that, though.
And he was like, I'm done, motherfuckers. I'm deleting my accounts. But he didn't say which accounts, because he had 2 accounts.
Yeah.
So he's like, if I reach 50 million followers, I'll delete this shit. Well, he said he made it as a joke. He's like, I was just joking around. You motherfuckers thought I was serious. I was just joking. And now, of course, as soon as he said that, every fucking game journalist and fucking person that loves YouTube was on his ass. Like, is he really going to do this? Is he going to reach 50 million? Is he going to delete his shit? Well, sure enough, he reached the 50 million. He reached it.
Yep.
He fucking reached. He's the first YouTuber to ever have 50 million subscribers. But he ended up deleting his other account. I forget what the other account is called.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Whatever the fuck, who cares?
Who cares?
But that account,
Nobody cares.
that account alone had like over 1.5 million subscribers to it.
Yeah.
And that was like a secondary account that he barely like used for whatever reason.
People take things he says out of context all the time. You know what I mean? Like, he'll say something sarcastically. Like, there was some big thing about him being a racist, too. And it's like, because he said something on his show sarcastically. Like, if you watch the show, he said it sarcastically, and you cannot mistake it for him not being sarcastic about it. You know what I mean? And journalists just rolled with it. Oh, he's a racist. He's a Nazi. Blah, 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 blah. You know, he's like, what the fuck? I'm from Sweden, man. Like, I'm not a Nazi. Fuck off.
Fucking Swedish people.
You know? It's just stupid. You know?
And then I remember
really
there was...
I don't watch the guy or anything, but, you know, his videos obviously come up in my queue all the time because I watch gaming stuff, right? So, and he's one of the most popular ones, so he comes up every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's funny sometimes, but he's not my cup of tea.
Most I've ever watched him was on South Park when they made that episode.
That was fucking awesome.
That was pretty funny. And it was actually him voicing his own character. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he played his own character in that.
What were you saying, Gunny? Sorry, I cut you off, man.
You're all cutting me off. Just all shut up. No.
Whoa.
All right. Hey. It's the Gunny minute. Go, Gunny.
Gunny minute. Go, Gunny.
Listen to me. Sorry, guys. I think it was last year or a couple of years ago where they did an article with what is it, PewDiePie or CutiePie, whatever the fuck his name is, that whatever he makes too much money or something like that. I forgot what the article was about, but
he makes $12 million a year or something like that.
He makes a lot of money a year. I think 2 years ago he was making $7 million, and last year he made even more, and this year he'll probably make even more. He started his YouTube channel when he was 21 years old. I mean, he's been working at it for 6 years, but he's saying that nowadays to be a famous YouTuber is way harder than it was when he started.
Yeah. Because
he started obviously in 2010, and he said back in 2010 it was hard to get into it. Yeah, but
there's more people doing it
now. YouTube didn't have the restrictions it has now. You know, back then they didn't have like all these copyright restrictions. You know, like because nowadays even if you put like a video game, you have to put like this company owns this video game. I don't own this video game. Like this footage is for this game for this company. Blah blah blah. And they make money off of it, you know. And he says, like, before it used to be way easier to make money on it. And nowadays, like, to even be noticed on YouTube is impossible nearly. Only the trending videos and, like, people like him that have 50 million subscribers are the ones that get pushed to the front.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're just a small gaming dude, like, hey, I want to start my own YouTube channel.
Right.
It's really hard to get popular. You know, you got to really work hard at getting your viewership up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's got a good partnership with Google or whatever.
He makes,
his own company,
YouTube,
that he's using. So
yeah, he has his own. He actually has his own media company too. Like he started up.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he owns his own media, whatever the fuck website company place that releases shit. So I'm assuming whenever he does decide to retire his YouTube account, he's just going to go into like buying out other YouTube accounts. I'm like, hey,
he does, yeah, and his company does have other members, YouTubers as well.
You know,
so he's
they have like a network of people. Yeah.
Be under my media company, and I'll make money off of you, and I'll give you a cut. You know, I'll make your shit popular. It's how it works.
Yeah,
amazing. Anyway, yeah, more power to him. I do find him annoying. He's not probably more for that younger generation because my 10-year-old finds him entertaining.
Yeah, kids love him.
He found what like he was good at, what he could focus on, and he went for it, dude. And that's cool. Like, you know, and especially when Minecraft was becoming popular back in 2011. he was all over that shit. Like I remember watching videos of him playing Minecraft. Like everybody was like, "What the fuck is he playing? Minecraft? What is this Minecraft?" And now Minecraft is like the biggest fucking gaming thing ever. Like every little kid knows Minecraft.
Yeah, my kid watches this YouTuber called Sunday.
What kid that doesn't know
And
Minecraft?
he
It's
just
crazy.
gets a kick out of this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But guys, back to real games like Halo. Halo 5 is getting a huge update. And this update, you're going to be able to get a ton of rec items. And those rec pack, like the little requisition packs.
Yeah.
You actually are able to gift them now. There's now an observer mode, so like you can observe matches. And you can actually join games in progress, which I didn't know you couldn't do before. That's kind of weird, right? Yeah. And there's also a custom game browser, so like kind of like a Battlefield server searcher bullshit. And
Cool.
New Halo 5 Arena and Forge content for the PC as well. But yeah, and there's a new modes, like new mini games like Race, and one's called King and Battle Golf. Which, like I don't really play Halo much, but I remember playing the fuck was that mode called?
Griffball?
There was some Griff, that fucking mode.
Yeah.
The one you have to grab like a ball and run around the map or something, and like
Yep.
nobody can kill you or something. You have to hold it for as long as possible or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having a lot of fun playing that mode, but besides
That and
that
Skulls, that skull mode where you had to hold the skull.
was it that one?
Yeah.
No, Griffball's a different mode.
Well, there
There
was
was also a Skulls mode in one of them. I thought that was a fun little game too.
and there was another
Skulls
one
would drop down and you had to pick them up and hold as many as you could or something.
Oh,
and when
yes,
you died,
yeah.
everyone else would pick
Got
up
the
all
name
your
of that.
skulls.
There's another one that was like headshots only. So you could only kill people with headshots, or like those were the only kills that counted, or some shit. And you only had pistols, so it was like headshots only with pistols. Cool shit. Sorry, guys.
What else we got, Jesus?
343.
Yeah, more news. Let's see here. More news, guys. You like Westworld?
Westworld's great, man.
I
haven't watched it.
Oh my!
I need that
should watch
HBO
it,
account activation.
Watch it.
Gunny, dude, I've been watching Westworld, and I finished this last episode, Ryan, and I was like, "Fuck, fuck, what's going on?"
Yeah,
fucking.
it's a good show. If you haven't watched Westworld yet, you should.
It's like a fucking great show.
Pirate that shit.
Yes, guys.
Arr, matey. Get Westworld.
One of the writers for Westworld is actually the writer working on The Last of Us Part 2. Which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
She's one of the writers. There's another writer working. I think the writer of the first one is still working on it, but she's working on it as well. I hope she doesn't make it as confusing as Westworld was in some parts, but it's cool, I guess. Interesting. It's always weird when you say like, "Oh, writers are working on this and this." And I was like, "Yeah, but Westworld is completely different from The Last of Us." There's like,
yeah, it's not going to go in the same direction. I don't think.
it's not the same fucking thing, like.
It's just
at
nice
all.
to know that someone that can write a good story like that is working on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because wasn't no, she was Uncharted. Amy Henning, wasn't that her name? She left and now she's working on Call of Duty or something. Isn't that what happened to her? Did she write? Was she involved in The Last of Us, or did she leave before?
Oh no, she was. I think she was involved in The Last of Us. She was also involved in Uncharted.
I think she left
wasn't
part of the way through The Last of Us.
And she went to work for Activision, and she was the one that wrote. She was the main writer on Infinite Warfare. Yeah.
Which is such a good
actually
campaign.
paid off really well because the campaign is fucking awesome. Like, you could tell somebody good wrote that fucking campaign.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think was that who it was? Amy Henning?
I don't know if it was her. I don't fucking know. It was one of the
someone
writers.
else, another writer left Naughty Dog as well, but she even got thanked at the Video Game Awards. They mentioned her when they accepted one of their awards. They were like, we couldn't have done anything without any of this without her, because she was such a good writer. Anyways,
yeah, guys. So you guys know about Reaper drones, right? Like those fucking drones that drop missiles from like fucking 3,000 feet in the air or whatever, and you blow shit up. You've probably seen footage of this shit.
Yeah. Those CIA drones.
They're CIA. They're mostly Air Force drones, actually, but yeah, the CIA drones. But the ones that drop missiles, they're saying now. There's a commander.
that's just scary, man.
We should start looking into getting 18 and 19-year-old gamers
into flying these things,
to be the ones that are flying these things.
Yeah,
because he said we can train a pilot to fly these things, but a gamer will actually be better at it because gamers are used to
having a controller in your hand.
Yeah, they're used to having a controller in your hand. You're used to like looking at a screen and noticing different shit on a screen, and basically like they're saying like gamers are like prime candidates for fucking drone operations. The thing is, they don't know what the effect will be on a fucking 18-year-old kid that they pull out of their bedroom from playing fucking Call of Duty or something to all of a sudden being the guy dropping a fucking missile on a car and knowing that he's actually killing like 5 people in that car, That's the one thing that they're saying, like, we don't know how that's going to affect them, but we're going to...
Never mind a fucking 19-year-old, how that affects a human in general.
Yeah, just in general, like, because you're like thousands of miles away and just chilling in a little fucking cozy room with like a controller in your hand, drinking a cup of coffee.
It's a lot different to do it in a video game than it is to do it in real life, And
knowing you're dropping a fucking missile on a house or a car or whatever
people
the fuck
are actually gonna die because of it.
Yeah, and it's collateral damage. Not to think of that too, I don't know if did you guys ever see that movie Eye on the Sky? It had Jesse Pinkman from like Breaking Bad in it.
I think I have.
And he was like he was actually a Reaper drone operator, and like the whole point of the mission was that he was tasked to like kill some terrorists, some high level terrorists, but he couldn't launch the missile. He didn't want to launch the missile because there was a bunch of civilians around, and more specifically, there was like a little girl around there.
Yeah.
And he like was all fucked up about it. He was like, "Oh, I can't fucking do this." They were like, "Fucking do it." And he was like, "No." He's like, "There's a fucking little girl right there. You could see her on the screen. Like, she's standing right there. If we drop this missile, it's gonna fucking blow her up." And they were like, "Oh, just fucking do it." And he like couldn't do it. And it's hard to like fucking think about shit like that,
Yeah, and I think there was also that Harrison Ford was in that movie. It was also a book, but they were in outer space, and that. What would you say? Maybe 13-year-old boy was tasked with blowing up these aliens. I forgot the name of it. But similar.
Yeah, very crazy to think like, in the future. Because we think about the future of warfare. You think about how much technology is moving forward, guys. And it is fucking insane. Like, that the level of technology is moving. We cannot predict what the world will look like in the year 2030. Honestly, we can't. Yeah. It's either going to be like everybody's going to be fucking using electric cars, or we're going to have moved on from cars and everybody's using fucking Uber drivers, self-driving cars. Like Google. You don't know. Like it's going to be completely different in 20 years from now, 30 years from now. And I think that honestly, a lot of people are going to be doing warfare with fucking drones and shit. It's just the future, dude. Think about it. You'd have less casualties, and all you're losing is a robot. It's fucking advanced warfare for fucking real life. Call of Duty's accurate on something. But guys, that's all I have for news. I guess it's time for community questions, but real quick, Twitter. I want to welcome the new community members to the fucking group. Thank you for joining, guys. So first off, I want to welcome Virginia McDonald for joining today, actually. Welcome, Virginia. Thank you for joining.
Welcome.
Bobby Kanipe. I don't fucking know. Junior, David Myros, Tom Mars, Keneson, sorry, Gilbert Torres Jr., and Eric Sauer. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
I fucked up your names.
Jesus will always fuck up your names. I probably would have fucked them up too. It's all right. We're the horrible gamers. We can do that.
And Gilbert Torres, he's from. He's a gentleman I watch on Twitch. He plays mostly Rainbow Six Siege. His Twitch account is Noob Face Games with a Z at the end. Z.
Oh, he had the Z on the end too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a good guy. Go there and follow.
I don't watch Twitch much, man, but there's certain people that if I ever watch Twitch, there's like a few people that I go and watch. But I don't ever really like sit there and watch Twitch or YouTube.
I watch a lot on Mondays.
For gaming.
Sunday and Monday. A lot. Since I don't watch TV.
But if you want to join the community like these guys did, just go over to Facebook and in the search bar, search for Horrible Gamers Community. It's a closed group. So that means basically we have to accept your request, which sometimes we won't if your profile looks iffy. Now, what I mean if your profile looks iffy is if you have weird pictures on your profile or you're a member of like 1,000 groups. Because honestly, we know you're probably just like a robot fucking spamming shit.
Spamming. Yeah.
Buy fucking Ray-Bans or buy fucking timeshares or buy this.
The Pinball Effects community that I'm a part of. It's hell getting rid of those sons of bitches.
I was going to ask you about that, Ryan. I wanted to join that. I know Rob is a part of one.
Rob's the one that started it, actually. The King of Zed.
Yeah.
Was the one that started that, and he made me an admin on it a long, long time ago. I don't even know if he even looks at it anymore. I kind of, when we started doing this, I kind of gave the reins away to another guy that was like really active in the group. So he kind of runs it now, but I'm still in there as an admin.
How many members does it have?
Quite a few. I don't remember offhand. Let me see if I can check.
The thing about groups, some groups just accept anybody, and they'll just accept anybody. And the thing is, sometimes you'll see things being posted in a group, and you're like, "What the fuck does this have to do with anything?"
285 members.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah. There's a decent amount of people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How come I didn't get an invite, Ryan?
I can send you an invite, man.
Fuck, here we go. Getting personal.
Why didn't you join? Why didn't you join, Gunny? Why didn't you join?
Guys, calm down, guys. Yeah, so basically, if it's a closed group, you have to join in, and that means that nobody can see what you post in the group, unless they are in the group. So, yeah. But I got community questions. And guys, this week I have 3 questions for you. First question comes from Brian Tolp Jr. You know, Brian Tolp is a cool guy because he's always posting questions and shit. I like this guy.
Thanks, Brian.
He says, which of the games that marked an anniversary recently this week that you posted would be awesome as a remake and a relaunch for the new systems? So the one that I posted was The Lion King actually turned 22 years old this week. And fuck, that game was hard. But I love the soundtrack of it. It was like
yeah.
Can't Wait to Be King song, and like it was like all like 8-bit retro-y kind of like.
Yeah.
It was a cool soundtrack, and I remember dying so many times in that game. It wasn't even funny how many times I died. I don't think I ever beat it because I died so many times. But I just loved playing it because I thought The Lion King was cool. I still think The Lion King is cool. And I would still watch it to this day. Like, if The Lion King is on, I'm watching it, motherfucker.
You know what I want a new version of?
What?
Uniracers.
Uniracers. What
Do
is
you
that?
remember that? It was a Super Nintendo game,
Oh.
and you were a unicycle, and you raced like all upside down and like in crazy these crazy ass tracks. Look it up, man. Uniracers. That or Skitchin. Motherfucker, I want a remake of Skitchin. Do you remember Skitchin?
No.
Sega Genesis game. It was like Road Rash, but you were on rollerblades, and you would hitch onto the back of cars and like knock people down, and you're trying to. It was like Road Rash, so you're in a race trying to get first place, right? And you're using cars to gain speed, and then you like zip out of them and go up and knock some more guys over, and then grab the next car. It's moving a little faster than the other cars, so you're moving a little faster now, and that's how you gain your speed. You guys don't remember that game?
No.
Skitchin. It was awesome. Awesome. I would love to see them remake Skitchin or Road Rash. Like a proper Road Rash. That would be awesome.
Was there another one that was DuckTales? I think it was being remade.
Woo! It got
DuckTales.
remade. It was remastered on 360.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
A lot of the games that are actually fucking asked to be remade, like, I mean, they're already been re-released on iPhones and shit. A lot of the Sonic games, they're on iPhone.
Yeah.
Like, legit on iPhone, like, full HD and shit. They're just, like, the other day I was playing fucking Sonic
Well, they're on 360
The first
as
one.
well.
on my phone, and I fucking got the app for free. And I was like, fuck, I remember playing this on my fucking Sega, dude. Like, I fucking remember playing this on my phone. One game that I enjoyed the fuck out of, guys, that me and my brother would play for fucking hours was Smash TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smash TV's awesome.
Dude, I fucking love Smash TV. That game was like fucking hours of enjoyment. I fucking played so much of that game. It's crazy. We got pretty far in that game too. We were pretty good at it.
Here's another Sega game for you, Jesus. Do you remember Rampart?
Yes.
Rampart. I
You
don't
were
know.
like you were both. It was like a one player versus another player game where you were both in these castles and you had to like throw shit at each other and like break down their castles.
Yeah, I think
You had to like build your castle or something too. That game was so much fun as like a 2-player game. It was great. I wasted hours playing that with my friends.
Yeah, that was the cool thing about having a brother, you know, like you fucking play video games like that with him. And then it would suck when like it was a 1-player game and it'd be like, fuck you, give me the controller, and then fights would happen. The fights would happen. I remember
Oh my
that.
god. Another great game. Rampage.
Dude, Rampage. Fuck, that game was
Good
so
arcade
much
game.
fun.
Fucking eat the people out of the window.
I remember playing that on the 64.
Yeah. Oh
remember
no,
that
I
on
remember
64?
playing it. I remember playing in the arcade when I
Yeah,
was
the
a kid.
arcade. Yeah, I remember the arcade one,
Yeah.
but I remember when
There's
my
so
cousin
many
got a
versions of it.
64. He got this game, and I remember just playing it for fucking ever, dude.
Yeah.
You know which game I enjoyed in the arcade was Popeye.
Popeye's fun, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I missed that.
Would you remember Road Blasters?
Road Blasters.
I believe I do.
It had the steering wheel, and it was kind of like a pole position sort of game where you were like trying to go back and forth through the lanes, and you had guns and you could shoot and shit. Yeah.
I remember the fuck out of that game. Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
game, Ryan, where it was like a racing, or like a straight racing game, and you can jump over cars?
Was that
Gosh, it was
Spy Hunter?
Was this? Maybe it
No.
was Spy Hunter. I
Bump
thought it
and
was-
Run. Bump and Run.
It might have been Bump and Run.
Yeah, and you actually jumped up in the air and you could land on top of cars.
Yes.
There was parts
That
where
was
there
fun.
were water and you had to jump over them, and if you didn't get the timing right, you were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was around
Bump
the
and
same
Run, I
time
think
that
that's what it
like
was.
Burger Time was out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's
But-
Bump and Run. All right,
Wow.
enough going back through the classics. What's our next question, Jesus?
I want Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to be remade. Guys, I have a question from my good old buddy Brink Bowden. Brink of Eternity,
Brink.
my
up,
old
Brink?
co-host, Horrible Gamer Original. He asked, do you think Microsoft will try to push Scorpio out sooner to do battle with the Pro, or will they continue to get raped by Sony for an entire year?
The fuck
More.
is he talking about?
No.
What is he talking about?
No, they're not going to get raped. They're not going to get raped.
They're not getting raped by Sony. They've been the top-selling console for the last 4 months.
Yeah, and I think
How are they
Microsoft
being
will
raped by
continue.
Sony?
Well,
Sony's
let's-
losing money on their stupid VR project that's failing horribly.
But I think they're going to continue to push that Xbox One S and
Yes.
push it hard with advertising all year until the release of the Scorpio.
Until the Scorpio comes out, and then...
Yeah, I don't
See
think
what
they'll
happens
release
there.
it any sooner.
Nope.
I think
It'll be holiday
how much
next
will they
year.
promote the Scorpio.
So I think what he's saying is recently I'm looking at an article right now that says global PlayStation 4 sales have surpassed 50 million mark. Yeah, so it's quite a bit. 50 million units, dude. I mean, that's halfway to what the PlayStation 2 sold.
Yep.
So they're getting there. I don't think it'll ever reach what the PlayStation 2 sold because the PlayStation 2 was
Look at it this way.
I mean, let's just
remember,
face it. We've already
forever.
this generation.
remember the last generation, okay? 360 came out, blew fucking PlayStation out of the water because they were the more expensive console. They were the stronger console, but they didn't win it. You know what I mean? In the end, when everybody owned a fucking 360, everyone and their fucking brother and mother owned a goddamn 360. That's when PlayStation started selling. PlayStation sold like crazy. Now they're hitting 50 million sales. So a lot of people are going to own a PlayStation 4, and then Scorpio's going to come out, and they're going to be like, okay, well, this is the Xbox that I want to own, so they'll buy that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Ryan, with the PlayStation 4 Pro coming out, they're going to have this dilemma, right? Because you're going to be saying, okay, I'm buying the PlayStation 4 Pro for my 4K TV that I just bought.
Mm-hmm.
I already have another PlayStation 4 hooked up to the secondary TV. Why do I need a Scorpio? If I'm enjoying playing the fucking PlayStation exclusives and I already have 4K gaming, what's the Scorpio offering me?
Microsoft exclusive games, a lot more than Sony puts out.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
I would say it's the console to buy if you own a PlayStation 4 because there's a lot more games that you can't get on PlayStation 4 that you can on Xbox. You know.
I mean, because it'll have VR, and Sony's already got VR. It's maybe just
but
who knows?
Really, do you guys really think VR is that fucking special? Because it's not really.
No.
It's not really pulling anyone's chain right now. Let's be honest.
No, I'm just trying to think of what.
I'm telling you, Resident Evil 7 does not kill it with VR. It's dead.
Yeah.
I don't see it like catching on as a big thing.
Sony does not know how to fucking launch a proper fucking thing. You know what I mean?
I think Sony just is trying to cover all the shit. They're like, fuck guys. Okay, what's the next big thing? VR. Release a VR headset. Okay, what's the next big thing? 4K. Release a 4K system. What's the next big thing? Well, fuck, your Xbox is coming out with a new system. Fuck. Release it now. Fuck it. Just release it this year. I feel like they're just trying to cover all their bases before Xbox comes back and it's okay.
My thing with Sony is what I'm trying to say is they don't support things the way they should.
Don't.
PlayStation is a different story. They know it's fucking selling. They know it's butter. But even still, look at their support on PlayStation. There's not that many Sony exclusive games that are first-party Sony things. You look at what Xbox has put out since their launch, and it's like you have two handfuls of first-party fucking games that have come out from them, and they've all been good games. They haven't been shit. You know what I mean? Some people may say they were, but I mean, Quantum Break was a good game. The Halo stuff is good. The Gears of War stuff is good. The Forza stuff is good. You know what I mean? What do you want from a company?
Let me give you some facts, Ryan. I'm about to hit you with some facts real quick.
Hit me with the facts, Jesus. Hit me with the facts.
PlayStation 4 actually has more games than the Xbox One. PlayStation 4 has 1,200 games, a little bit over 1,200 games launched since the system has been released, with over 100 exclusive games to their system.
Yeah, and they're all fucking indie titles.
While the Xbox One has had only about 880 games released on the Xbox One, with only 30 exclusive games, which, granted, like you said,
all 30 of those are AAA titles.
Yeah, the 30 exclusive games are AAA titles. A lot of the exclusives for Sony are indie games, like you said, indie games. Because Sony did go out of their way to provide a good platform for indie developers, and they said, like, you know what?
Those exclusive indie games are now coming to Xbox. Stuff like Ethan Carter. What was it? There was a couple of games that I've seen. The Witness. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that were exclusive to Sony that have come out recently on Xbox. Offhand, I can't really think. There was a couple other ones too that came out, but I mean, like, Sony has or Xbox has a lot of small indie stuff too. They have Cuphead. They say Happy Wars and Happy Dungeons.
Sony has the cool indie games. I could say, like, example, No Man's Sky. They have all the bigger name indie games. Sony gets first.
Yeah,
and Microsoft is trying to make it to where every Xbox One is a dev kit, but when they do that, it's when I think you'll see a lot more indie developers moving over to the Xbox One because it'll be easier to fucking develop for. But as it stands now, PlayStation does have more games. Just saying by the numbers.
Yeah, so maybe next year, 2017, the Scorpio will just have to come out and just say, well, it's real 4K and it's faster. It's got 6 teraflops.
But
it's the better console.
You can say that Sony has more exclusive games, but they're not first party. They're not Sony games. They're not made by Sony Entertainment.
So
they're published. They're an indie developer being published like for PlayStation by Sony. That's just like the same thing as Recore. Recore is not made by Microsoft. It's published by them, and it was made by the guy that made Metroid. I can't remember his name. I can't remember what his fucking name is, but he's the guy that made Metroid. That's who made that game. So, like, I find that the stuff that Microsoft chose was the stuff that was left, but they chose good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You look at the stuff like Tomb Raider, Deadrising. They're exclusive, not
Forza.
Completely. Well, no, Forza is turned 10, but that's a first-party company because Microsoft owns them. They don't make that game for any other console, right?
All right.
The one thing that I gotta say, the Xbox does have over the PlayStation is the backwards compatibility. That's fucking cool. Sony has it, but you have to pay like subscription streaming for it.
They're making you pay for them paying for Gaikai.
Yeah,
because that's what runs PlayStation Now is when they bought out Gaikai, which was that streaming service, and they paid out the ass for that. And I doubt that they've made their money back on it yet.
The other thing that I think hurt Xbox One sales is the fact that just games run better on the PlayStation. Let's be honest. That's a fact known since launch, basically. A lot of the games ran significantly better on PlayStation, and it hasn't really changed since. Even with big developers like Activision and Battlefield with their fucking games, like DICE with their games, like even Star Wars and shit, it always seems to run better on the PlayStation.
Unless it's a Bethesda game.
Then it just doesn't work on PlayStation. But, like that's another thing that people look at. Because honestly, that's what I hear a lot from a lot of PlayStation fanboys. Or like, not fanboys, but a lot of PlayStation fans in general. I have a friend of mine who's a big PlayStation fan, and he tells me, he's like, well, games just look better on the PlayStation, bro. And I'm like, well, you got me there. Like,
to be honest, though.
But to me, it's funner for Xbox. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm a fanboy, but I think what it is, I'm just more, I feel like more involved in the Xbox One, and I care more about my profile on Xbox than I do about my PlayStation. Like if today I lost my PlayStation account, if it got banned or something, I probably wouldn't give a fuck. But whatever.
Dude, my PlayStation Plus expired, and I gave 0 fucks about it.
Yeah, like my PlayStation Plus is set to expire like in January, and I'm like, I don't even care about renewing it. Like I don't fucking care. Like fuck it, it's useless. It doesn't ever get used. So I guess what really matters to you is where your friends play and how they play. And I think with Brink's question, asking like, will the Scorpio come out sooner? I don't think it will. I don't think it needs to because I think Microsoft has a bigger plan ahead than Sony does. Sony, I think they just launch shit to be the first to do it.
Yeah.
They want to be the first ones. They were the first ones to announce the PlayStation before Microsoft announced the Xbox One. Yeah. Sony went first. The only thing they don't ever go first at is their E3 conferences. They always like to go last at those. But they like to be the first to do all the other shit, like VR.
That was just first. This time, though.
So, and I wonder if the year after the Scorpio launches, and like let's say games just look way better on the fucking Scorpio than they do on PlayStation Pro. I wonder if Sony's gonna announce like, fuck it, here's the PlayStation 5, guys, and they're gonna be offset by a year.
This is the PlayStation Pro Plus.
This is the PlayStation 5 Pro. They're gonna keep the Pro in there.
Pro Plus.
Yeah. Plus Pro.
I like my name better.
It's 8K. It's got 15 teraflops, bitches.
But yeah, guys, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen there. I honestly certainly think that the PlayStation Pro is a good system. Everybody that I hear loves it. They love the HDR. They say the HDR is significantly better on the PlayStation Pro than it is on the Scorpio, or not on the Scorpio, but on the Xbox One S. And everybody's seen that games look way better on the PlayStation 4 Pro than they do on the Xbox One S, upscale to 4K. It is what it is, man. Honestly, I don't give a fuck because I don't plan on getting a 4K TV anytime soon. And when the Scorpio does come out, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get a monitor instead of a TV because I don't feel like I need a TV. Plus, every TV that's 4K has such high input lag that I just don't want to deal with it. Knowing what Brink has gone through buying a 4K TV, just seeing his experience through the chat and him asking us questions and asking IM's questions all the time, and which TV does HDR? Which one? What the fuck does HDR Pro mean? What does HDR Plus mean? What does HDR this mean? What does fucking 4K this mean? What's this input lag on this TV mean? Like all these fucking questions. I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, you make me not want to buy a fucking 4K TV. Just not want to buy one at all. Fuck it.
It's all overwhelming.
Just wait until the features shake out and they know what they're going with, and then buy one.
Yeah, I still think I want a monitor instead of a TV, just because I don't know.
There's downfalls to having a monitor too, but
it's small. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'll figure it out when the time comes.
I almost bought for the 4K version of my 21:9 monitor the other day because it was on sale for $798, and I was like, oh, I want that so bad, but I don't have
4K
because I'd have the 1080 and then the 4K I'd put above it, or no, I'd probably put 4K in front of me and the 1080 above, and then the fucking 49-inch TV beside me. Think I got enough screens in here? I can heat the fucking room. Just turn all my fucking shit on.
Right. Turn a fan on. It's already hot in there.
Guys. I don't even turn the heat up in this room. I don't.
Yeah.
I have baseboard heating in here, right?
When I turn on my Xbox One at night, dude, I don't turn on my heater. That fucking thing heats up the whole room.
It does.
I don't want to pay your electric bill, Gib.
No. That actually, funny you say that, because me and Kathy, we went and looked at an apartment yesterday because we were trying to move closer to her work. And it was a nice apartment and everything. The only problem is you have to pay hydro. And I looked at her and went, we don't want to pay hydro. If we're renting, we don't want to pay hydro. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me. My computer runs 24/7. We have so many fucking TVs and things plugged in. I had to go out and buy a fucking battery pack power bar for my PC because I don't have enough plugs in this room in order to fucking run everything that I need to run. I have 2 power bars in this room already. And every outlet in this entire apartment is used other than maybe a couple in the bedroom and one in the bathroom. Every outlet is used in the house. And some of them have power bars on them.
Don't be surprised if drug enforcement comes banging, knocking your door down because they think you're growing pot in there, you know?
No, I don't think it's that. It's not going to be that high.
You growing the weed. Guys.
I wish I was.
Yeah, I don't know, like the Xbox One is I think they sold 30 million units so far, and PlayStation has sold 15. 20 million is a big number, though.
It's a big number, but it's not, they're not hurting, you know what I mean?
It's not gonna fucking kill the Xbox. Like, Xbox isn't dead, guys. Like, Xbox will be around for a long time, and they most likely will probably be around after the PlayStation.
It's very...
Xbox has fucking Microsoft behind it.
But Sony's only saving grace is PlayStation. Everything else is failing for them.
They got all their fucking movies, all their Sony studio fucking movies.
Yeah, I guess movies probably is there too.
They would lose PlayStation before they lost movies, I think.
All their electronics departments are fucked.
Oh yeah, their fucking computers are way too
computers
expensive. Are dead.
Their computers are dead. Fucking
yeah. Their headphones, they don't even sell headphones. So they
they sell those crappy earbuds for like $20 or whatever.
I remember their TV. Yeah, their TVs are just over fucking priced. And every time I see a Sony Bravia TV. Yeah. It's like, how much is this TV? Like, oh, no, just fucking $8,000. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck spends $8,000 on a fucking TV? Like, how the fuck crazy do you have to be to spend $8,000 on a TV?
Have you seen the OLED TVs?
Yeah, they look fucking 4K. Nice.
Yeah, but they're like $7,000. But
I would not spend $7,000 on a TV. I don't give a fuck. If that motherfucker better be giving me a blowjob every fucking night if I'm going to spend $7,000 on it, dude. I'm not spending $7,000 on no fucking TV ever. That's a car, dude. You could buy a car with that much money.
Yeah.
You could buy 2 cars.
Be driving me to work and making me coffee.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? $7,000 on a TV. I don't know. You must be loaded if you got I'm gonna blow $7,000 on a TV. Yeah, like. Whatever. I guess you don't have to worry about it,
beautiful. Right? They're fucking gorgeous TVs. Trust me. When I was looking at TVs, it was tempting. There was a couple of lower end OLED TVs that were like fucking $3-4 grand, and I was like, do I spend a couple of extra grand? No, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. For
it is.
To know, like, at one moment you could break that TV, or it could fucking fall over or something and just break, and you're gonna be shit out of luck. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not worried about that. I mean, my TVs, I take care of them. So
I had actually back in the day we had actually it was my daughter's godparents. They had bought a brand new 50-inch fucking TV, dude. It was like a nice TV too. It was like a Sony, actually, I think. And they spent all this money on this fucking TV, like $5,000 or some shit. They were talking about it. And I remember seeing the TV and I was like, fuck, it's a nice fucking TV. It was a big TV, dude. 55 inches or 50 inches. It was huge. And that was at the time where, like,
it was like
the
rear
big
projection?
No, that was at the time when big TVs were like 47-inch TVs. You know, like, people didn't really have 50-inch TVs, you know, but there were the flat screens. It was a badass fucking TV. Yeah. And they didn't have it for, like, I think it was maybe a month, and their kid threw a fucking Hot Wheels through the TV.
Oh no!
Oh,
into the fucking screen, a fucking Hot Wheels, like a die-cast fucking Hot Wheels car into the TV, dude. Like he was like a toddler. He was like 2-3 years old. And he just fucking threw that thing at the TV, and it went through the screen. And I remember they tried to return it, and like Best Buy was like, "Oh, nope, sorry, you're shit out of luck. You actually broke this yourself."
Yeah.
They didn't buy the warranty for it either. I was like, how the fuck did you not buy the warranty for it? Like,
I never buy fucking warranties. They're a fucking waste of money.
Yeah, they're like, it's a waste of money. I was like, but right now you have your TV replaced.
Yeah. I mean, if it's different if I had kids and stuff, but I know that shit's not gonna happen around here, so like, I wouldn't worry about warranties personally. But if I had kids, that's a different story.
I feel so bad.
You never fucking know what they're gonna do.
I was like, fuck. They're like, yeah, he was just playing with the Hot Wheels one day, and I look away for a second, and I hear it's a big crack, and I look over, and the TV is fucking cracked. I was like, God, I would be so pissed. Oh, fuck. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I'd be pissed. But I got one more question for you guys. From Steve Morleone, our listener in Belgium. We love you, Steve. He asked,
What's up, Steve?
Will the Scorpio be released with the VR headset? And what do you guys think Microsoft is doing about the entire VR craze? And what is their take on it? And what is yours? Well, I think no.
No, I don't honestly think
I don't think the Scorpio is going to release with the VR headset, especially because it'll be way overpriced. And they learned their lesson with the Xbox One. They're not going to bundle like a fucking Kinect thing or nothing.
That's what I was thinking.
They're going to give you the bare bones system, maybe a game. Sell it
separately.
And sell it separate. Like, hey, you want this VR? Yeah, it supports VR. Go buy this VR headset.
They did announce that they have partnerships for VR headsets. For under $2.99, or they're saying around $2.99, right? So I think if anything, they try to work that into working with Xbox Scorpio, you know.
Yeah.
So
they have a $300 headset on the side. I mean, I guess, but I don't think you're going to see these systems priced over. I don't even think they'll be 500. I think
400 maybe.
400.
Yeah. I think 400 US. Probably I don't think they're 550 up here.
They're not going to be 500 US at all. Like, they learned their lesson launching at 500 because Sony just went 100 less.
Yep.
And fucked them up on launch day.
Yep.
My take on VR, we basically heard our take on VR. We don't think it's doing good. I don't think it's doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Gip said, they'll have their separate partners with, 3 different companies selling these different headsets for the Scorpio, and even Microsoft will have, they'll even have like an official one, later down the road.
I'm sure
if it catches on, if it sells.
Yeah. You know what? They're gonna release it and test it with Windows 10. And then whatever one works best, they'll try and make that work with Xbox Scorpio. I guarantee it.
I think it's only if it catches on, man. I'm not sure if it will.
That's what I mean. Like if there's one in particular that catches on, or one that works better, that runs better, and people seem to like,
things better. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't hear Steve, anybody from Microsoft saying how excited they were for VR. So,
nobody,
unless they can get these developers like, Activision and EA and all them to make some full-length games.
Think about next year when the Scorpio launches. Developers are going to have a hell of a time, man. They have to make a game that runs on 1080p TVs. The game has to also run on a 4K TV. The game has to also run on a VR fucking headset. You're basically developing a game on the same platform for 3 different platforms, and now you're developing that for 2 different platforms. So now you're making it across for 6 different things that has to work. On top of the PC version, it's going to be hell for developers. The cost, I could see the cost of video games going up soon with how much shit developers have to deal with right now. Because not everybody's going to buy a 4K TV. Not in the next 2 years. Not in the next 3 years. People will hold on to 1080p TVs as long as they can. And now that they're dirt cheap, they're going to be buying 1080p TVs up the ass. And everybody has one. So they have to obviously make it work for the lowest denominator, which is the most common one, which is 1080p. It has to work on that no matter what. Then it has to also work on 4K because everybody's buying these 4K TVs, so you have to make it work on that no matter what. And then now you also got to make a separate experience for the VR without getting people sick and throwing up everywhere. It's going to be crazy. I feel bad for developers. Yeah. We haven't seen enough companies go broke in the last 5 years. We're going to see a lot more going broke soon if the game prices don't go up. And then everybody's going to be complaining about how video game prices are going up. But hey, you wanted better graphics, right? You wanted VR. You wanted all this bullshit.
You want the next new thing, so buy the next new thing.
Don't complain, motherfucker, when prices go up.
Open up your wallet.
Pretty much. That's what I think. Because, like I said, I don't think the system will be expensive. The games will be expensive.
Yeah.
$80 a game, at least. 70 maybe at first.
That's what it's at already for us. Up here.
Yeah, but then it'll be 80 for you. For us, it'll be 70. Yeah. It'll be 80 for you, buddy.
The games are $79.99 right now.
Yeah.
New release games, anyways.
That's fucking crazy, But yeah.
After tax, it's like $90.
Fuck that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, digital games, man. Yeah, people complain already about digital games being $60, but they're not going to see a price decrease. If they haven't done it now, they're never going to do it.
They have
to be a price increase.
It will destroy their relationship with GameStop if they do that.
With any store, with fucking Walmart.
Walmart doesn't really give a fuck because they don't sell used games.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true. I think they do have used stuff, but you have to go online to their online shit too.
Yeah, I think there's some convoluted trade-in program with them. I don't remember what it was. I don't know if they do it up here actually, but I've heard about it before in the States.
Yeah. But guys, with that being said, I want to say that the show is about to end, but first off, if you want to join the Horrible Gamers Facebook group, you go to horriblegamers.com. You go to Horrible Gamers group on your search bar in Facebook, and you find the closed group. You join it. You'll see our logo on there, just like the logo on your screen on your phone right now, or on your laptop or your computer, whatever you're listening to us on. Same logo. You just fucking click on it and join group. We'll accept you if you don't look fucking crazy. And yeah, pretty much.
Horrible Gamers community.
Yeah. And there's also a Horrible Gamers Facebook page if you don't want to join the community for whatever reason, but you somehow want to watch us do this show live. You can go there and click on that. Just click like. Cool. Share with your friends.
And you'll know when we go live, and you'll know when our shows go up in MP3 format and stuff like that. But there's not as much community chatter in there as there is in the community group.
Not even close.
Yeah, I don't think there's any, really.
No. And you can go over to twitter.com and find us at _horriblegamers and follow us there if you use the Twitter thing. You tweet Twitter.
Get on the Twitters. I'm on there.
With that being said, guys, man, we had a lot of new community members this week, and I want to say thank you to everybody for spreading the word and just fucking telling your friends about us and telling your family, your friends, your cousins, your fucking sister, your mom, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your mother-in-law, fucking everybody-in-law.
Send those invites out, man. We need to grow. We need to get people. We need, and that's the way to do it. Word of mouth. You guys helping us build a community.
Definitely. And in the end, it benefits everybody because it benefits the listeners. It benefits us.
Yeah.
But it in turn benefits everybody in the community because you get more people to play games with. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people that interact with each other on the community that, they're just fucking cool. And I love seeing that shit. But guys, speaking of community, next week, I believe, will be basically our last show for the year. So that's December 17th. Because you see, there's Christmas and there's New Year's. and there's family obligations and travel and all that bullshit.
We might
and
try
all of us
and
are
do
gonna be
something.
everywhere.
We might try and do something, but it's
Try.
going to be tough. I mean, it's a busy time of year, guys. Our shows land right on the holidays, so it's kind of tough for us to do a show. It's going to suck that we're not going to have a show out. That's why, like, I'm thinking maybe I might try to put something together, but it might be tough. Maybe we can get together on one of our days off on
do a
an
short
off day
show?
and do a short show.
Yeah.
We'll do our best, guys. We don't want to leave you hanging for 2 weeks, but, you know, worst comes to worst, it might happen.
But on December 17th, guys, we want to do a community show and just say thank you to you guys. And if you want to come on as a guest, let us know. Find us on Facebook or find us on Xbox Live. You know our gamer tags, Minus Jesus Walks a Lot. Fucking send us a message. You're like, hey, man, you know, I would like to be a guest, you know, or whatever. Like, we want to do something for the community. Why not? And also, guys, our Game of the Year show is coming up, and we're going to decide to do it different this year. Before, we would do it before, like in December, before the end of the year, actually. But this year, we're going to do it in January. The reason for that is because this is a fucking
Holidays.
We're running out of
Craziness.
time. We're fucking running out of time.
We don't have enough time to do this shit. I play all these games.
And it gives us time to play some of these games that have come out in December. You know, like there's a few games that I still need to play that I'm hoping I might get for Christmas. So if I do, or on a sale on Boxing Day, whatever, gives us a little bit of time to play that before we do a Game of the Year show, so we actually have a more informed opinion.
Yep. So for sure, if you want to leave us any messages, any emails, go to horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com, or feedback at horriblegamers.com will also get to us on the email. Find us on Twitter. You could tweet at us, or you can fucking go to the community and post on there. December 17th, guys. Be here.
Let's do it.
Hopefully we get some guests, dude, because, you know, I always love it when we get like a random new community member to come on the show and talk to us about their fucking video games. You know,
We might not be able to do the live stream though, Jesus.
we might not be able to do the live stream, but hey, fuck it, we'll skip the live stream and we'll release it only on audio, but we will still record on the 17th around the same time on the evening and Saturday.
We'll see what happens. I
We'll
mean,
see
if
what
there's
happens.
community people that can commit to the whole show, then we'll do a live stream. If we're just gonna have people jump in and out, then we won't be able to do a live stream. Or maybe we will. It just won't look as good as it usually does. It might just be a Skype screen with some with everyone popping in and out. Maybe
And
we'll do
guys,
it that
for the-
way. Who knows?
For the community show, I want to request one thing, and that's tell us what your favorite Horrible Gamers moment of the year was. Whatever it was. It could be something somebody said. It could be something that happened during the show. And even if it includes the old Horrible Gamers that were in the first half of the year, bring it up, because I might get those guys to come on as well, you know? I don't know. Figure it out. But yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Horrible gamers, fuck yeah!
Guys, with that being said, the show is over, but you can find me on Xbox Live gamertag Jesus Walks a Lot, spelled just the way it sounds, and no spaces between the Jesus Walks a Lot, just everything's together, because that's the limit of the things you can have on
It's
gamer
Jesus
tags.
Walks a Lot.
Yeah, and on PlayStation Network, GSUS Walks a Lot, and I said last week I would be on there playing No Man's Sky, and I still haven't got to it, man.
Neither have I.
Nobody played the update. I was going to say. we
There's
didn't talk
also a
about the update 'cause
free-to-play
nobody played
game
it.
on PlayStation that I wanted to play, and I still haven't turned on my
What
PlayStation.
game? What
I
game
can't
is
remember
that?
what it's called. Something about
You don't even remember what it's
something
called?
to die or something.
Something to die.
It's like a roguelike free-to-play game.
Oh yeah, where you buy like insurance for your fucking character or something like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
remember what
I've
it's
heard
called.
about it.
Anyways,
Something to die for.
that was another
to die
game that I
for.
was planning on playing on PlayStation, and I just never turned it on.
It happens.
But guys,
man. It happens.
you can find me on Xbox Live, PSN, and Steam under Gib8777, and in the Facebook group as Ryan Gibson. You'll notice that there'll be a picture of me that looks very much like my background right now that you can see when you watch the live stream. So you'll know that's me. Gunny, where can they find you?
Find me on Xbox Live and on Steam under Gunny Chief, and on Twitter. I run the Twitter over at underscore Horrible Gamers, and just regular old Henley Merrill on there.
Yeah, Henley Merrill.
What about Epic Eric? Mr.
Epic Eric!
Eric!
Find him. Xbox Live, gamertag, Saint Nicholas. SaintNippollas.
Something
Spell
like
that
that. LAUS?
Saint Nicholas.
Yeah,
Keep
it's,
trying it until it actually gets there.
And
you'll figure it out.
just find us and you'll
Just ask
fucking
him
see
on
him on our
Facebook.
friends list.
Yeah.
And add him on PlayStation Network as Epic Eric.
I believe
Eric
so.
is-
I can't remember. I can never remember
Okay.
which order he had it in.
One he had in
Yeah,
there.
Epic Eric on Twitter and on PlayStation.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking find him on there as that.
And hopefully
Eric,
he'll
we
be
miss
back
you,
next week.
man. We miss you, Eric. Yeah, guys. We're done. Show's over, guys.
What do we say, Jesus?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you next week on the next edition of The Horrible Gamers.
Peace
Later,
out, Girl
guys.
Scouts.
We got one more question, people, from Pinpoint Red. Jonathan, my buddy John. Sorry, Jonathan, I almost forgot your question, bro. It's because he uses Twitter. I never use Twitter, that's why. But what was the question, Gunny?
He asked if they made a Horrible Gamers movie, who would you want to play as you? Who would be your character?
Hold on, let me look this guy up. I know. What's his name?
I would want to, gosh, I don't know, maybe Ron Perlman. I'm thinking of Hellboy, you know? He'd be a good
Really,
character for
Gunny?
me. Uh-huh.
Really, Ron Perlman? That's who you're gonna
Yeah.
get to play you?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Are we going that off the wall? I thought we were trying to be a little more someone that looks like you.
Oh, gosh, I don't know who looks like me, but, you know, I'm just thinking of some badass, you know?
I don't
That's
know
what I
either,
wanna be.
man. Like, I have no idea.
Thinking like an action movie.
I mean, you guys would probably be better at this than I am.
What about Steven Seagal? There you go. There's
Steven
another-
Seagal?
Hey, kind of looks like me, right? No.
All right. Gunny's Ron Perlman.
How's
I'm
that?
Steven Seagal. Who are you, Jesus?
Hold on. I'm trying to find this guy. I know exactly who I want to play me at. Motherfucker's Mexican and shit. Hold on.
Gotta find a Mexican actor.
Sebastian Cisneros.
I don't even know who that is.
By Michael Pena. He's Michael Pena.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Michael Pena.
Look him up. He IMDb. He's a actor. He's been in The Martian, Shooter, Fury, End of Watch. He's the cop in the movie End of Watch, who's the partner of the other cop.
Oh yeah.
He's not the bald cop. He's the other cop, the Mexican cop.
Okay.
Oh, this guy. Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
His
Yeah, I
partner.
would want him to play me because he would be a good Mexican, I think.
He'd be a good
A
man.
good Mexican. He'd be a good Jesus in the Horrible Gamers movie, right?
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he'd be just a pretty good Jesus in a Horrible Gamers movie. What would our movie be? What would the plot of the movie be?
Oh gosh, what would it be?
For struggling gamers get rich. Yeah, it'd be like what we want Horrible Gamers to become actually comes true. And,
But how? How
and
does
they're
it come
doing
true?
our origin story and how things started out.
So you'll see
How
me
we
like
struggled in the beginning
be an
years.
alcoholic and like
Okay,
I'm
wait, no,
drinking
but then-
beer all the time.
Then we need like the prequel. And the prequel movie will be with you and Sean and Brink and fucking
Yeah.
and Rob. So now we got to think who's going to play those people.
So for
Lita,
Brink,
right?
we're gonna get
in the movie.
Adam Sandler to play Brink.
Why?
Yeah.
For Sean, for Sean, we're gonna get
I know who would be good for Sean. I can't think of a
actor. Need a bald actor. Fuck. Who do we get for Sean?
Who's that guy who they? I think even Sean mentioned it. It's that TV show where he's the last guy on Earth.
Oh,
the guy with the beard, right? I mean, maybe that would be Brink, really, because Brink's got the beard.
Yeah, that would be Brink. Actually, that's true.
Whatever his name is.
Last Man on Earth.
Is that the name of that TV show?
Yeah, cast.
Yeah.
Will Forte?
Yeah, it might be Will Forte or one of those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in the prequel, we'll have you and Sean and Brink, and you guys will all be wearing bell bottoms, whereas Shade.
And who's playing Sean? Who's playing Sean? So Will Forte is playing Brink.
Gosh, who would make a good Iams?
Making a good Iams.
Dun, dun. I'm thinking. I just can't think of anybody.
Yeah, I'm not good with celebrity
We'll
names.
get Samuel Jackson to play Iams.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Okay.
Okay. And who do we get Mel Gibson to play Rob.
Mel Gibson, of course, fits Rob, like straight up like Braveheart attire and everything.
No, Rob would be Christopher Lloyd. He's still alive.
I think actually Steven Seagal would be a good Rob.
Oh, there you go. We dye his hair blonde.
Yeah.
So then I would have to be someone else.
Yeah, you would have to be a different character, man.
We'll get no, he's too old.
Some Canadian actors.
I was gonna say Danny DeVito.
Yeah, okay.
He's just gonna grow a little goatee. We can just stick one on him. It's all right. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Who played Tragic? Who played Tragic?
Oh yeah.
Remember Tragic? He has to be like the
I don't
Black
really know
Token.
Tragic very well, so that's a tough one for me.
Tragic. Oh man. Who the fuck played Tragic? I don't know who the fuck would play Tragic. You know, I'm gonna move. Tragic is gonna be Samuel L. Jackson. Sean's going to be Sean. Who the fuck's gonna play Sean?
I can't think of his name, but maybe you can. The guy on the left there. What's his name?
On the left
or the right, whatever. The popular guy.
John Travolta?
No, who is that?
Can't see that.
I don't know. Which guy? The guy with the mustache?
Oh, is that thing stuck now or what? Wait. No, without the mustache. Oh, wait, jeez.
That guy?
Steve. No, not Steve.
Steve Buscemi?
Yeah, not him.
Oh.
He does that airplane movie. Con Air?
Con Air.
I don't remember his name.
John Travolta? No, not John Travolta. I don't know exactly. He does National Treasure, right? And all those fucking movies.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be Iams. Yeah. See, if Iams was on here, he knows all those names. But.
Oh, fuck. Nicolas
I think Johnny Depp should be Gunny.
Johnny Depp would be a good one.
With the mustache and everything.
Yeah, I would. He has the hair, so. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that can be worked on with makeup.
I think Johnny Depp would be a good Brink. Brink has that attitude.
Yeah.
But no, actually, I like the cast we have for Brink already. So yeah, there we go, guys. And then there would be an origin story of Horrible Gamers becoming a big, huge show, and
taking
then
over the world.
And then betrayal happens, and I stab Gunny in the back.
Oh no!
Live show. Yeah, I do it. I do it for the likes.
Yeah.
And there'll be a storyline where Eric tries a coup and tries to take over the show.
Like always, fucking Eric trying to take over the
that
show.
Sinister smile of his.
Who's playing Eric?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg? Does he have a tweedly mustache?
Yeah.
He's got to have the tweedly mustache. We got to give him the tweedly mustache.
Yeah.
Simon's got the mustache, but I mean, he can grow it out.
Yeah, he get the mustache. He'd be an older Eric, but you see, I can see it working out.
Or what about maybe Eric? Maybe Owen Wilson can play him.
Owen Wilson. I could see Owen Wilson as Ives.
Yeah, it would be fucking good.
It's got like that mop hair, you know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, this would be a good movie, guys. I think we need to get the funding from Sony.
Guys, what do you guys think? You tell us. We should put a thing up on Facebook. You tell us. You tell us who we should be. Who should be?
Tell us, Jonathan.
Write us the movie.
Everybody else.
I'm gonna get the funding, and we're gonna make this happen. Then we're gonna make a movie about the esports team that we start, and then how like fucking another esports team just destroys us, and then it's gonna be like the underdog story, right? We're gonna make it to the championships, and we're gonna cheat our way there. And then we're gonna get found out when we get there, and we're gonna lose it all.
We're gonna take brain enhancing drugs to get us to the
trying
top.
to get 50 million subscribers on his Twitch channel, but he's actually only got 5.
We'll do this. We'll fucking make a movie, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. We could do it.
That's,
I don't think we can do it with those people, but we could do it.
So go to our Kickstarter. Okay.
All we need is about $100 million to get all these actors to come on the fucking movie.
Yeah.
About video game podcast. What's the movie?
Who's going to direct it? Who's going to direct the movie?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Martin Scorsese. I don't know. I don't know directors that well.
We need someone who's good at directing drama movies. Because it's not going to be like an action flick.
Oh, you know who? Yeah, well, I was thinking of
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
What a twist!
What the fuck happened at the end?
That was weird.
Yeah.
Why did it just end? What happened?
They ended in the middle of recording a show. What happened? I don't understand this. I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. We're working on the director.
No,
we need the community.
The end of the movie happens in podcast form on our final podcast after the movie comes out.
Oh, that's the twist.
Yeah. What a twist.
You have to listen to it.
I'm blown.
Damn, Ryan, you got some fucking artistic vision right now.
Wish we were all as high as you.
Yeah, man, it's good vision, man.
Bro. You got the vision. You got like the artist's mind. You know, like,
wow, man. I wonder why. I have no idea.
You could just see things like an artist. I don't know. You're so smart. Guys, we love you. This is an extra clip that we just had to answer Jonathan's question because it was a good question. It was 12 minutes of us fucking answering this question, but yeah, this is an outtake. Love you, Jonathan. Bye. Peace out, Brussels Sprout.
Peace.
Later.
I was doing the show once with, I think it was Scott Clark and Sean. And I had not fucking ate anything, dude. So like I was just running on fucking no food. I was like, you know what? I'll buy me a 6-pack of these. And I legit fucking drank the whole 6-pack like during the show. And you could just see the decline. Like I was listening to the show and I was like, fuck. By the end, I was like, they were like, what are you seeing, Jesus? It's like What the fuck are you saying? Scott was just fucking laughing at me. He's like, he's wasted, huh? And I was just like, yeah, he's fucking wasted. And I was like, just like mumbling. I was like, what the fuck, dude? How embarrassing.
What are you drinking, Jesus?
Henley
I recognize
Orchard.
that. Oh, yeah. I thought I recognized that bottle.
Tastes like apple juice. Yeah, no, it tastes like apple juice. This is
Oh, it's
cider.
like a cider?
Yeah, it tastes
It's
literally
real pop.
tastes like fucking apple juice. That's the only reason I like it.
I'll have to take a look for that.
Yeah, I like.
It's pretty popular.
Yeah, that one's pretty popular. Smith and Forge is my favorite though. Like out of all of them, because that one has like 6% alcohol, and it'll fuck you up like after 6 cans.
Start recording us talking stupidness, because we always talk stupidness before we start. And that's where I cut the fucking outtakes from. Yay! So talk stupid stuff, please, please, Jesus. Talk some stupid stuff. Right after you take a sip of your beer. Jesus isn't gonna talk stupid stuff. He's listening to music. He can't even fucking hear me. Jesus isn't listening to me. No, Jesus is not listening to me because he's listening to music instead. Oh yeah, listening to music instead of hearing what I said. Listening to music, listening to music, listening to music instead of hearing what I said.
Why am I doing a Bill Clinton impersonation? I have no idea. I don't know that woman. And I forgot my cigars.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Horrible Gamers Podcast.
No. Start over again.
I fucked that
You
up.
can't fucking start laughing in the middle of this shit, man.